Peace. Um, Peace, everybody. Sister Bethy, what's going on? I told you I was gonna be on here. How everybody doing? Oh, well, we're gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for a little while. We got a couple of people coming on the piano. Um, I'm just gonna wait for some folks to get in the audience. And I'm gonna be ready. It's on. It's the Sister Bethy Love Show. Cause I love y'all.
Hey, hey, Sister Bethy Love. Hey, how
Hey,
you doing?
brother, Super Chief, what's up? Supreme Chief, Holiday, what's good?
Hey, hey, all is well. Hey, peace and paradise to all American Aborigines. We in the building. You know, so yeah, letting people come in, man. I'm just excited, man, about the show you about to do today. Some of the stuff you're gonna be dropping for the people. Um, so yeah, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and get started. I'm gonna go ahead and start sending the link to the people we didn't send it to. We just go from there. So how you feeling
Okay.
today?
I'm feeling good. I'm
Looking
feeling a little,
looking
feeling a lot better.
chocolatey today. Looking chocolatey today.
Sounds like me.
Shout out to the chocolate empresses out there. Yeah, that's what's up. Representing for the beautiful American Aboriginal women. That's what's up. Hey man, shout out to Sister Fran Speaks. We're gonna be we had to postpone that show, man. So we're gonna be getting to that a little later, y'all, and that announcement. I'll probably do that, redo that show,
Um,
y'all. So be on the lookout for that. But tonight is Sister Betty Love show, y'all. We in the building, man. What's happening, Sister Betty?
well, today I want to get into. I'm gonna move away from the Trail of Tears and going on ancestry just for today because there's some other things that I really want to get into and that I'm really really good at, and I want as many people in the audience to chip in for what I'm about to tell you. I'm gonna go down the agenda. Um, right now, I want to talk about. Well, first, I want to show everybody a couple of videos that I did yesterday, asking you know people in the world. I'll just show you two. Um, if they are aware of who that the original indigenous people are people of our color. And I was very surprised at some of the answers that I got. So I want to share those videos with you today. Also, I want to go into the newsletter, the Aboriginal Indigenous newsletter. I'm going to show you, share a copy of it. It's going to be our online newsletter, and everybody in the audience is welcome to write a specific article and get in touch with me, and I can incorporate your article into the newsletter. It doesn't matter what it is, whatever you feel like you want to talk about or share with the community, you're all very welcome. The newsletter is open to everybody in our community, and that's one of the things that I really love doing. The next thing I wanted to talk about was I'm waiting for Aboriginal Autonomous one, A1, to come on the panel because he's going to answer some questions for me about you know, Negroes and the Underground Railroad, the dates, because it just doesn't line up. They have the Underground Railroad starting in the 1700s, and then they have the Indian Removal Act in 1800s, and it's just something that is just like totally confusing to me. So you're saying, I'm a worthy um, uh, so-called slaves that escaped from the south to the north on the Underground Railroad. Were those actually Indians? I mean, it's just some answers that weren't clear to me. So I want to I'm hoping, or maybe somebody in the audience, like Aboriginal Power, maybe you could come on the panel and help me out and relieve me from the confusion in that, or Indigenous Realist, somebody can come up here and help me out with those questions. So I'm ready to get started, Chief.
Okay, hey, you got the floor. Whenever you're ready to share too, just let me know. I got you on that. Like I
Okay,
said, I'm gonna fall back and let you do your thing, and I got that out to A1. Anybody else need it, let me know, and I'll send it to them too.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
get
the
it
first
going.
thing,
But right now, though, I think you got this right now, though. So we,
okay. So the first thing I
you
want to
got it.
do, I don't know. I don't know how many people we got in the chat, but I think we got enough people in the chat to listen to the video. I want to start off. I think I want to start off um with the video. I think I want to start off with the video.
Yeah, I think so. I think it's gonna be pretty dope. Yeah, this
Okay.
is pretty interesting. When you first sent it, I was like, what is this? What's going on? You know what I'm saying?
I
But I think
know,
it's
right?
very interesting, and I can't wait to talk about it and get everybody else's reaction to it too. So, yeah, this is very interesting. Yeah, and you know what's so crazy? I would have never expected this. So I
I
think
know.
this is a great social experiment, or just I don't know, commentating or whatever. But I wouldn't have. Yeah, no, I wouldn't have never expected this, y'all. So this is pretty dope, y'all. So whenever
Okay.
you're ready, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm gonna go and find it. Just give me some time. Y'all know A1 taught me how to do this. So these are the audio on the thing. Share. All right, now I gotta go to. Okay, I think it's ready now, Chief. All right, so let me go. I think I gotta go to my email to see this. Bear with me, y'all. Oh, you know what? Told y'all I stink at this, but I'm gonna do my best. Gotta go to my channel. And it says, is it over here? I gotta switch accounts. Here we go. This one. Can y'all see this?
Yep.
Okay. Just bear with me. I have to switch accounts. Yeah, this is it. But where the hell is the video? I know I put it up here. Or maybe it's in videos. Probably that's where it is. And then here, video. Oh, there we go. Okay, can y'all see this? Can you see that, Chief? Chief, can you see this?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, I'm gonna play the first one. Play this one. I'm gonna play this one first. All right, you two cutie pies. Let's see. What? Okay, you just told me that you guys are, you ladies are sisters.
Yes.
You're the baby over here on the left that was bullying your big sister in the pink.
Yes. That's right.
Anyway, what's your name?
Willa.
Willa and
Ellen.
Ellen. Now, tell me what you know about people my color, brown skinned, who were
Indigenous people.
to where? To what land?
To America.
All right now. And you know that as a little girls, right?
Yes. Oh, yes.
All right. I just want to thank you both. Where did you say the Indians were from? Where
we
you
have
are?
Abenaki up in Vermont.
Up in, oh, okay,
And we have the Penobscot in Maine and the Mashantucket.
Master. Yeah. Okay. All right, ladies. Well, I want to thank you for that. It's just good to know because
Yes.
I was born in the
Everyone should
'60s.
know. We were
Yeah,
taught
they know.
that.
Yeah, we were taught that. You said everyone should know.
Yes.
All right, ladies.
Yes.
You girls, you're two good girls, and you got to stop bullying your little sister, your big sister. Okay. Have a good day.
Okay.
That's video number one. Let me go back to the other one. Now here's the second one. I have got to get this. I know you said you're a veteran.
Yes,
And what have you learned about the indigenous Indians of this land that's my color, copper color?
it's world history and the U.S. history.
Uh huh.
So, and then the people of color were from the northeast part of the world here
Yeah.
in New England area and
Yeah.
Buffalo area. So,
Awesome.
and that's pretty
Yeah,
much
my family's Cherokee, and we did. Some of us went on the Trail of Tears when they came in, and the war was over.
yeah.
Some of
That
us
was
went to Oklahoma.
1871.
Yeah, some of us went to Oklahoma, and the rest of us that didn't want to go remained because we all fought in the war together
Right.
with the British. Do you remember that?
Yes.
When did you learn that in school as a little boy?
Yeah. They're young man from high school.
Wow, amazing. Well, thank you for serving our country, sir. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Bye bye. Have a good one.
You too.
I wish they would teach the
Okay, so I thought that was pretty interesting. Oh no.
What happened?
I'm sorry you couldn't hear it. That was the loudest as I could get it. But did were you I know it was very low. I don't know how to get it louder. I mean, I have my microphone turned way up and I have my volume turned way up. But can you guys give me a one if you heard any parts of the conversation? I see South Wind, you heard it. One, Chief Holiday heard it. Good. Gretchen heard it. I know it was very low, but it's just amazed me. Oh, I see a bunch of ones out there. But it just amazed me how, why the hell do everybody knows that we are the indigenous people of this land, okay? And we don't. Why did they teach that in paleface schools and not our schools? Um, Aboriginal power. I wish, could you come up on the panel, Chief? Could you put the link in the chat room? And please, I know A1 said he would be here, but why is it that they know about our history and we don't? I don't understand that. Can anybody answer that question? They don't want you to know who you are, but they know who we are. Why is it? He said that man, you heard that man said that he learned in high school who we were. They didn't teach that, and he's older than me, way older. He was born in the 40s, he told me. And the two elderly ladies that were sisters, they were born in the 30s.
Facts. Well, see, you got to keep in mind in the 30s and the 40s, they wasn't pushing Africana or African studies in schools, right? Middle school, high school, college, nothing. Think about it. In the 70s and the 80s, they wasn't pushing this in school. So what they were pushing, they wasn't pushing roots in the 40s, 50s, 60s. That didn't come to the late 70s, going into the 80s. So they just literally socially, me and you were alive, right? When they changed us socially from Negroes to African Americans. So imagine the people like the people that you just talked to, they sitting back watching the same things and look at that. Yeah, you understand my point? Same way that a
Yeah.
lot of our elderly have the same stories. They don't have nobody knows anything about being African, but they could change the stories and just by a lot of times think about it, anytime that somebody's reading something, they say Indian, right? You have Tonto in your head. They say Native American, you have Tonto in your head. They say black, you have Kunta, African slave in your head. Black, African, and slave are interchangeable in your head. That's by
Hmm.
design. Period. These are called word spells. This is the whole problem that we have in. So a lot of times people tell people, "Oh, you should read," but it's not really about reading. So you might be safer not reading this dumb shit. You know what I'm my point? The people that
Hmm.
don't read the bullshit, those might be the more or less indoctrinated people because a lot of people say, "Well, they read a book, they think they know something." That's crazy. You just read a book, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's that got to do
Yeah.
with anything? That's somebody
Nah,
writing, having with their agenda or something. So you can't always take a book or an article or anything at face value, especially if they start coming in there with colonized ass words. Period. So that's all. Um,
okay.
you know
Somebody in
what I
the
mean?
yeah.
But nobody's gonna argue with us because those people probably came off the Mayflower. The people you was talking to, they was on there with Columbus and shit, so they know exactly where they came from. Them people, the question should ask them, well, where did your people come from? Where did your grandparents come from? They'd be like, well, my parents come from Glasgow or some shit, or Hungary or some shit. You know what I'm saying? We are Americans. We are the original. We are the first Americans. Okay, first.
Agreed. But
Period.
it's just that I remember when I was little, we learned about the settlers and the squatters and things of that nature. But that was uh, that was really it. But they never told us that the Indians that they were talking about in our school books was us. But they would make us learn Indian words. Because I remember we had to learn in spelling, in our spelling. You know how you had your spelling test every week and you had to spell words. We had to spell Indian words and I never knew why. But somebody in the audience or a couple of people in the audience asked me if I could play um, the one with the two old ladies over again. Do you mind if I replay it? It's really short, Chief. But I don't mind playing. I'll play it one more time.
All right, you two cutie pies. Let's see. What? Okay, you just told me that you ladies are sisters.
Yes.
You're the baby over here on the left that was bullying your big sister in the pink.
Yes. That's right.
Anyway, what's your name?
Willa.
Willa and
Ellen.
Ellen. Now, tell me what you know about people my color, brown skinned, who were uh
Indigenous people.
to where? To what land?
To America.
All
the
right
United
now.
States.
And you know that as a little girls, right?
Yes. Oh, yes.
All right. I just want to thank you both. Where did you say the Indians were from? Where you
we
are?
have Abenaki up in Vermont.
Up in okay,
And we have Penobscot in Maine and the Mashantucket.
Massachusetts. Yeah. Okay. All right, ladies. Well, I want to thank you for that. It's just good to know because
Yes.
I was born in the
Everyone should
'60s.
know. We were
Yeah,
taught
they
that.
know. Yeah, we were taught that. You said everyone should know.
Yes.
All right, ladies.
Yes.
You girls, you're two good girls, and you got to stop bullying your big sister. Okay. Have a good day.
Okay.
Okay, that's it. No more. All right, I'll just do this because it's quick.
I have got
For those of you who weren't here.
Very, very interesting.
indigenous Indians of this land.
Yo, peace, peace.
The U.S. system.
What's going on, Roman Wolf? Peace, brother.
Man, I can't call it, brother AP, man. How you feeling, boy?
Man, I can't call it, man. Just sitting back, chilling, man. What you got going?
Hey, man, I had to chime in on my favorite auntie, man. Sister Billy know I love her. That's my favorite auntie right there, boy. So, I had to chime in.
What's up?
That's a
What's up?
fact.
How you doing?
Man, everything peace, man. I actually wanted to chime in a little bit because when you asked that question, why do they know and we don't? At first I said in the comments I ain't had no answer. But something came to me. I don't know if it's going to make sense to y'all, but I'm a free-minded thinker. These pilgrims have to tell their children who we are because they got to teach them how to deal with us. They can't send them back in them woods not knowing what's going on. They got to tell them who we are because if they not safe if they don't tell them. It doesn't make any sense.
I don't know
They,
if you heard the man that was the veteran. He fought in the war, the Vietnam War. His wife was with him, and I don't know. It was so low, and I'm so upset because it was so low. But his wife was like, I don't understand why they don't teach more of that today. There'd probably be more peace. That's what she said.
Hey, what they don't want peace. You know them pilgrims. They don't know nothing about peace, man. We got to get over that. They don't know peace.
No, she was saying why they don't. She don't know why they don't won't teach more of that today. That we are the indigenous people, because she said it'll probably bring more peace amongst the people. That's what she said.
They're coming from their aspect of it. Maybe they the type of pilgrims, you feel me, that believe peace over the world, but majority of their kind don't know peace. Everywhere they go around the world,
Yeah.
it's chaos and destruction. These people don't know peace. It's in their genetics. You know?
Absolutely. As a matter of fact, they didn't come over here ruthless and maliciously like you see them today.
Because they
No,
knew we
they
were going to
came
fuck, because we
over
was
here.
firing their asses up. Every time they were coming over here, we was firing their asses up. So they put the roses in their right hand, they kept the knife in their left hand, and when we gave them a hug, they stabbed us in the back.
And
Yeah,
then once they
right.
came with hands out, some of the Mongoloid tribes that made their way here brought them to our cities and sold out. You see what I'm saying? So
You
when
said
you
the
get them,
Mongoloids brought them here.
well, they didn't bring them here, but when the Europeans landed here, the Mongoloid tribes greeted
What?
these colonizers.
Yeah, AP, I see what you're saying, because I
Yeah,
looked into that.
what you got to
When they pushed
understand
west,
is the Mongoloids was up under Negroid authority. You know, Negroes ran the land. When I can go through several pictures from Mexico to South America to North America, Negroes was the operating government, predominantly on the East Coast. So when you got European settlers uh, coming in from various different sites, we can deal with Quetzalcoatl or we can deal with Tenochtitlan, right? And how we had Mongoloid workers for us. And I showed that in the Bowman Park Mirrors as well. You see what I'm saying? And they was working for us, but they didn't like how we was running things because they couldn't get the upper hand on us. You
big
feel
truth,
me?
big truth.
And so when the
When Andrew
Europeans,
Jackson got to the Mongoloids, it went down. That's when the whole switch up happened.
right, that's when that was later on, and that's when they started really taking off a slaughtering of our people. You see what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So the Europeans came here looking for a place that they can get well at.
Hmm.
3 months on a boat, not changing your clothes or bathing, you feel me? Skin dry from the seawater, salt, and all that. You feel me? These people down there near death.
Hmm.
They risked it all to get over here, boy, to the great ones. They risked it all to get to the great ones.
Hmm.
Yeah, the real mongoloid is colored. That's definitely uh what we talking about. And I'm not necessarily saying European, I'm saying the colonizer. You see what I'm saying? So these mongoloid tribes definitely introduced the colonizers to our cities and civilizations.
So the Mongoloids came before the colonizers. Is that what you're saying?
No, our continent was being invaded at the same time from the east and the west shores. So in Southern America, you correct me if I'm wrong, anybody. From my understanding, Genghis Khan was banging on the western shores of Southern America. You know what I mean? And this has been a big mess for our people.
Right.
You know, for damn near 1,000 years because whatever it was, I'm talking about it was coming from the east and the west. So our folks are dealing with a lot of stuff, and they have to deal with our own too. It was rough.
Hmm. Okay. Well, I'm I I'm gonna move. I wanted to read an article that I had pulled. Um, where the census to replace Negro with Black or African American. Um, and my whole purpose of reading this article because it shows because I just wanted to point out. Remember, I told you guys that I really wanted to march to Congress and protest about the identity theft and how we have a right to take over, to self-identify who we are. Well, basically, this is what happened here, and I just wanted to read the article to you, and also show you in the article where it clearly states, where we can go to have our identities corrected, because I am not identifying as African American, and it also shows how so many people did not want to change their name from even Negro to African American. And I just wanted to read it and get your input on it. So in this April 14th, 1964 black and white photo, a man holds a Confederate flag at right as demonstrators, including one carrying a sign saying more than 3,000 Negroes are denied vote in Alabama, demonstrate in front of an Indianapolis hotel where then Alabama Governor George Wallace was staying. And then it goes into, after more than a century, the Census Bureau is dropping its use of the word Negro to describe Black Americans in surveys. Instead of the term that came into use during the Jim Crow era of racial segregation, census forms will use the more modern labels Black or African. The change will take effect next year when the Census Bureau distributes the annual American Community Survey to more than 3.5 million U.S. households. Nicholas Jones, chief of the Bureau's Racial Statistics Branch, said in an interview. He pointed to months of public feedback and census research that concluded few Black Americans will identify with being Negro, and many view the term as offensive and outdated. This is a reflection, I'm sorry, this is a reflection of changing times, changing vocabularies, and changing understandings of what race means in this country, said Matthew Sniff, a sociology professor at Stanford University, who writes frequently on race and ethnicity. For young African Americans, the term Negro harkens back to the era when African Americans were second-class citizens in this country. Um, are we still second-class citizens in this country? First used in the census in 1900, Negro became the most common way of referring to Black Americans through most of the nearly 20th century, during a time of racial inequality and segregation. Negro itself has taken the place of color. Starting with the 1960 civil rights movement, Black activists began to reject the Negro label and came to identify themselves as Black or African American. Y'all cut me off whenever y'all feel like y'all want to say something. Still, the term has lingered, having been used by Martin Luther King Jr. in his speeches. It also remains in the names of some Black empowerment groups that were established before the 1960s, such as the United Negro College Fund, now often referred to as UNCF. For the 2010 census, the government briefly considered dropping the word Negro, but ultimately decided against it, determining that a small segment, mostly older Blacks living in the South, still identify with the term. But once census forms were mailed and some Black groups protested, Robert Groves, the Census Bureau's director at the time, apologized and predicted the term would be dropped in future censuses. When asked to mark their race, Americans are currently given a choice of 5 government-defined categories in census surveys, including the checkbox selected, which is described as Black, African American, or Negro. Beginning with the surveys next year, the selection will simply say Black or African American. In the 2000 census, about 50,000 people specifically wrote in the word Negro when asked how they wish to be identified. Now, right there, that really got me because it showed me that how that they tried to, how they continue to try and change us from who we originally were. Back then, they didn't even want to identify as African American. They refused. So they continued to write Negro. Did y'all see that? Or did I interpret that wrong? By 2000.
Sounds to me that those folks was going. They were determined to make sure they used whatever term was interchangeable with Indian. That's what they were
Right.
doing. They weren't gonna let it go.
Exactly. By 2010, unpublished census data provided the AP show that number had declined to roughly 36,000. But still, they was trying to hold our identity. So obviously, those our ancestors knew what they was doing. So what y'all think about that? It just tells
Well,
me that when them damn censuses come out, we could deny selecting African American. Let's chop that shit up. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, that's in the bag. Return to sender. That's trash. We giving that back.
When that 2010 census come out, or whenever it's coming 2020 census, do not select African American because we do that, we keep going further and further away from our true identity. And on that note, I really think that we should protest and get our identity back because that shit Jesse Jackson did, that's he wasn't representing me. I have
He
an
goes under
article
the
on him.
guillotine. He go under the guillotine for that high treason. He goes under the guillotine.
Yeah, man, I think we should really sue him because he did that. And I have that article as well, but I don't want to bombard you with articles, but that really pissed me off. I read that article before I read this one. But Jesse Jackson is solely responsible for us now being identified as African American on every damn application form across the United
but
States.
but here's my thing though, right? Just the whole designation of African American is illegal. It's social. It's not legal.
Big
It's
truth.
social.
Big truth.
It's like if even if the census came to my house and sat down or whatever and they said, okay, you got to fill this out, right? I don't have to put down African American.
Mm-hmm.
It's self-determination. That's the first thing about it. But the socialization of it comes from the universities. We got to get back to this. It comes from the universities. We know that the CIA put Africana studies in the universities. What we did was just like smart dummies. You come home from, like it was socialized that the university was the best course of action to go to school, right? The Cosby Show, so on and so forth, right? So we bit that hook and went and got miseducated. We went with the talented 10, the boy mindset, right? And that was the mindset that was successful. So people say, well, you got to go follow that mindset right there. Well, actually, looking back 50 years, we could say, well, no, that wasn't the right thing, right course of action, because look what we have produced in 50 years. Bullshit. We produced these monsters that don't know who they are and then told everybody that we some fucking Africans. That's a problem.
Yeah, I agree. So I don't know. I just hope that everybody's real conscientious to that. Tell your friends, get them to start subscribing to our channel so that they can learn about this. Because when that census come out, that's going to be some shit. I'm not selecting no African American. I don't know.
The census is out now. It's already out.
It's already out. When did it come out?
It's coming out.
I'm about to fill mine out in a minute.
What you gonna select?
I don't even know, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm wild
know.
I don't think I need to be counted.
Well, since we on the panel,
I'm a so-called Indian because I'm not an Indian. I'm gonna put down a so-called Indian.
You just gonna write so-called Indian?
Hell yeah,
man. Hey, listen. Hey, real quick though, y'all. Real quick, we might have to go over it again, the questionnaire, right, for 2020, because they break it down. Like you could literally go in there and then not only identify yourself as an Aborigine, but then break down the tribe that you're from. You see what I'm saying? That's what these are the things, like if y'all know I'm against the census, right? However, having documentation, any documentation from the Census Bureau, from the Department of Interior, the Social Security Office, the Disability Office, I don't give a fuck. The school board, everybody need to know who we are. So, hence, we have the Declaration of Reclamation. It is a drafted thing that somebody can read if they have to have something in their hand. Just list, you understand my point? It breaks down our grievances. It breaks down how we feel about what has been done to us. We are not African Americans, and when you say that, you should be sued. When NBC, ABC, Disney, Fox, anybody says African Americans, they should be sued. That should be what we should be talking about. As well as
100, man. This is madness, bro. This is madness.
We need real restitution. Hey, look, and we're not just talking. We know who to go talk to. The same people that so-called Jesse Jackson. I don't give him that much power because he wasn't speaking for all of us. Fuck him.
Yeah, sure wasn't.
Said that word. Fuck him. Like, my people was like, fuck is he talking about African? We don't know nothing about that shit. Take his dashiki wearing ass back over there somewhere with that bullshit. That's how motherfuckers. That's exactly what motherfuckers was saying.
Yeah.
Period. So don't let them fool you. Don't let these motherfuckers think like we was running around here calling ourselves Africans, because we wasn't calling ourselves Africans 50 years ago, 100 years ago, 200 years ago. Get that straight. Don't tell us no motherfucking Africans was fighting in the Revolutionary War or the motherfucking King Philip's War or the motherfucking French and Negro War, the Spanish Negro War. No motherfucking wars in America that was fought on this soil was fought by no motherfucking Africans. How about that?
I agree.
Fuck is y'all talking about? So y'all be saying stuff, y'all, that's disrespectful, bro, because our ancestors died on this motherfucker. Our ancestors built this shit. So when niggas be saying shit, I'm like, yo, bro, like, if I was in Nigeria taking credit for y'all shit, y'all would be mad too. Niggas would have our head on the platter. I feel the same motherfucking way. Telling you.
Yeah.
Watch y'all motherfucking mouth on our soil. That's all you gotta do. It's all you gotta do. Act right. Well, we're gonna get you some act right. That's all you gotta do. It's nothing. We ain't even arguing no more. Y'all, they think we debating. Fuck is we debating? How we gonna debate a dummy? How that work? You dumb. You're a dumb. You're a dumb. How does niggas just still run around here calling themselves black? Like, I'm black. Nigga, you lighter than light than a motherfucker. Black power. Bro, you ain't got no power with all that talking, bro. You see Malik Doodoo Shabazz and the little thing they was sending niggas off? It was 10 niggas on the lawn talking about, the president, he ain't nothing. Like, what Jew paid you for that, boy? Fuck is wrong with you niggas? You niggas is garbage. They should have been through you niggas away, and they still rolling out Al Sharpton, dusty ass, Jesse Jackson. Get the fuck out of here. Them niggas has never been no leaders of our people, ever. Don't pull them niggas up in no conversation when it comes to talking about our people. Niggas say, I'm gonna be like, who the fuck is him? Fuck he got to do with us? I'll wait. Fuck Jesse Jackson. Fuck is you talking about? He don't know nothing. His bloodline has nothing to do with our bloodline. Sorry.
I agree.
You niggas need to watch y'all mouths, man. And fuck is y'all to name us anyway. To name us Indians, to name us anything. We don't give a fuck about none of that. We don't draw off none of that shit.
That's right.
Renegade. How about that? Put that on there. Renegade Americans. How about that? Fuck is wrong with y'all? Niggas is scary. You niggas shoot each other up in the hood, but then scared to say boo to the cracker. Like, it's just crazy to me. Like, I think it's the craziest shit ever. One thing I like what Crumb said the other day, you niggas will talk crazy to Crumb, but you won't say nothing to the motherfucking doctor that just carted your baby out the bed. Or the fucking teacher that's miseducating your children. Man, I couldn't send mine, and they brought that shit back home to me. I'm looking at the paper like, what the fuck is this? Bro, we having problems. I don't want to see no motherfucking white George Washingtons no more. I don't want to see nothing. How about that? Motherfucker be talking like I'm crazy. I'm like, okay, well, this is how I feel about this. This is how I feel. I want to see our faces on the money. This is our country. We want it back now. How about that? And it has to start in your mouth, in your mind first. If it don't, it's never going to happen. You bitches be like, I just want a piece of land in the woods somewhere where they will never come bother me. I just want to get along and get, not me. I want it all, man. I don't know how the other niggas think, but if I don't want some, I want it all. We want all the power. They got all of it.
But
How
you
do we
know
get
what
it?
though, hey Chief,
Yes,
you know
sir.
what though? Before we get anything, you first got to let them know who you are. Listen, chat, half the people on this what's name, nobody is running around telling these people who they are. I'm not asked telling them nothing. I sent a notice to them and told them this who I am. And they said, thank you, sir. And sent me back some shit with a damn folder on it with a stamp on it. You understand what I'm saying? So, like at the end of the day, if you're not at least wearing a shirt saying you American Indian, like that's a start, right? You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we can want everything, but if you ain't telling them who you are, they still think they still think you Negro, black, or colored. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
be
But
talking my shit on a daily basis. I don't give a fuck who I offend, bro. Cause you, if my
okay,
name is Jack, you ain't finna be calling me motherfucking Earl, nigga.
but
Period, point blank,
right.
nigga. I'm
but
American, nigga. Period.
AP, let me ask you this: Is it is it at all possible if I could share that packet, not with your information on it, but the information you sent, and we can revise it to our to
I
this
mean, you listen, look, you got me personally. If you want somebody to do that, you should tell them to email you. Don't put that out there,
um
and then somebody don't know how to use it, and then it comes back to you like, "Oh, Sister Betty put this out and told us to use this," and then they come back to you. You understand what I'm saying?
right,
If anybody want to inquire about it, reach out to Sister Betty. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, everything ain't for this. Everything ain't for this. You know what
right,
I'm saying? Like, and I'm saying that as a brother. I'm not saying that as somebody trying to be somebody that I'm not. I'm just saying
right,
it in general. Some of these things need to be said. So when you do fire your shit, they don't see you coming. You see what I'm saying? Like
mm,
that's why the first thing people have to go out there on their own. It don't take 50 people to go together. And if you want to do that, that'd be wonderful. Well, first take you and your son or you and your family first. You see what I'm
mm,
saying? That's the first people need to be done. So my whole household, American Indians or Aborigines or Tontons or whatever the ancient ones are, the Moos, the Mas, whatever. You see what I'm saying? That's who my people is. They know. That's why I said so-called Indians. Because
okay,
most people don't even know what the fuck the word Indian even means.
mm,
We just accepting. I just told you if they gave you $5 million, half people be saying they're African Americans. And that's a fact.
uh,
That's a fact.
probably,
That's
but
a fact.
I
That's
heard you when you posed that question earlier. My response was no, but remember how Jesus died on the cross and saved the world? Well, here's what I'm gonna say. If somebody willing to, we get a couple of people willing to die on the cross for us, get the money, and then let's build from that shit. I mean, that's all I'm saying.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Hey, peace,
Get the money.
everyone. I was on your bill today when you brought that down. I put in the chat. I said my ancestors ain't got no ticket. Point blank. You feel me?
That's what's
That's
up.
why. That's why I live the way I live today. Cause hey, my ancestors, my grandmama ain't got no ticket. You feel me? You know what I'm saying?
Hey
My
yo,
great
that
grandmother, my
question,
great grandfather ain't got no ticket.
that question don't apply to everybody. It just, but it's a true question. Think about it. You don't think about motherfucker be a slave for $5 million. Come on now, that ain't no better than wearing a dress. Knowing you ain't that.
Professional sports, $40 million, $100 million slaves, man.
That's right.
Dead
That's
ass.
right. That's right. You might as well wear the dress, take the oath. Fuck it. Like that'll be
Nah,
right.
nigga.
No, I ain't, no. I'm not.
Nah,
My
nah,
brother,
nah. I'm
I'm
just
not.
being
My
sarcastic
brother.
with you, bro.
I'm not even talking. I don't even like. I wouldn't play with you like that. You're another man. I don't even play like that with you. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, period, just in general, that if you want to take the oath, if you want to take, you know what I'm saying, being a slave. What is a slave? A slave is a Slav from Slovenia, from
Mm,
Czechoslovakia. By saying you a slave, you put yourself out there as a foreigner. You done deported
mm.
yourself from the land because they know a slave is a Slav, and
Stop fooling with it, yeah.
the Slavs are from
You
Europe.
ain't, you a big girl.
What?
Lamb not even peeing and pooping.
You're mute your mic, AP.
Um.
Well, a
So,
slave ain't even from here.
I
A slave is a
actually.
Slav. So, like what sis?
Oh, so I quickly went and pulled up. I didn't realize the census was out, but I did pull it up, and it. I guess it's asking. These are the questions here. How many people were living or staying in this house, apartment, or mobile home in April 1st, 2020. Um, and it says why we ask this question. This helps us count the entire U.S. population and ensures that we count people where they live most of the time as of Census Day, April 1st, 2020. Can't wait till Dane come out with his. He's coming out with a video about why they come back around and ask do these censuses.
Because they want to enumerate you.
Is that what he's gonna say?
I don't know what he gonna say, but that's what I said. I'm not. I mean, I don't know what he gonna say, but Indians are not to be taxed and not to be enumerated. Period. What do enumerated means? Like, I mean, why we if we know we ain't supposed to be doing it? Like I said, me personally, I'm not even gonna hold you or whatever. I'm doing it just cause, just to read. Okay, you the artist formerly known as African American is American Indian. Now and
Oh
now you
wait,
can
wait,
say
wait, wait, wait! Somebody just coughed. That sound Asian. Who that? Can you re-say that again?
I said the artist formerly known as African American is now American Indian. I put it on your census. I sent it to you. I sent it to your offices. I let you know. So they are on notice. So you know what I'm
I
saying?
like that one. I like that one. That was a good one.
You know what I'm saying? They on notice. They put on notice all the way around. And this will be the last one right here. Last census. Next is Indians not taxed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm,
That's it. I'm just that's what the end game's supposed to be. If you're not a foreigner, why is you getting treated like one? And why if you're not a foreigner, why you getting treated one like one? And if you're not a citizen, then why you being taxed? Because only citizens supposed to be taxed. Only subjects. If you're a subject of something, then of course a person. I mean, even though they say it goes back into the system, that's bullshit. Only like property taxes go back into the system.
Even if you identify yourself as a person, you see, because a person is an artificial entity, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you got to identify yourself as a people. So when you understand that the word people, right, can be used as a singular or a plural, meaning multiple or individual. Okay, so you got to let them know that you are a people, and at the end of the day, you are a flesh and blood breathing human being, and you are indigenous to this continent. And that's the simple fact. And then everything else you don't have to specify. You lay the ground laws down for them. And you right until you proven wrong. They're not going to go out their way to prove wrong. You know why? Because they don't have jurisdiction at that point to go about it and prove it wrong.
okay. So the next one is: were there any additional people staying here on April 1st, 2020? You did not include in question one. That's the second question. Um, Third question: is this house apartment or mobile? Okay. Some of these things I remember from when I was looking at the census. What is your telephone number? Um,
Do you like men or women? Shit.
what
I
is person one's name? Okay, I guess their name asking you question, about all the people. Person one's sex. You want to know your sex. What is person one's age and what is person one's date of birth? Um, is person one of Hispanic, Latino, or Spanish origin? What is person one's race? We ask this question. This allows us to create statistics about race and to analyze other statistics within racial groups. This data helps federal agencies monitor compliance with anti-discrimination provisions such as those in the Voting Rights Act and Civil Rights Act. Bullshit. Bullshit. And then, of course, number two, how is this person related to one? Because the first person is the head of household, of course. And they want to know how each person is related to that person. This is a census. You can Google this. I guess that's it. That's basic. That's the gist of it right there. So, whatever. Um, so I guess there's two more things I wanted to get into um, before I turn it over. But first, is Mr. Meticulous? Are you in the room, chat room? He was on the panel. Is he on the panel, Mr. Meticulous? He was there earlier, Chief. Did he drop out?
Yeah, he dropped out.
I'm gonna have to. I don't know. Maybe I should check. Well, anyway, I did his. I don't know if you want to talk about the Chief. I did his genealogy, but I wanted to first call him to see if he can come back on the panel so he can explain his experience. Y'all can give me a minute. And A1, if you could, or Aboriginal Power, if you either one of you can explain to me why I'm so confused about 1700 when Harriet Tubman was doing the underground railroad in 1700. All right, and then in the 1800s, you have the Indian Removal Act. So, who was she freeing? Indians? That's my question, and I'm gonna mute my mic because I'm confused. You got the 1700 um uh with Harriet Tubman doing the Underground Railroad, freeing slaves, and then you come to 1865 Indian Removal Act. So I'm confused with those two. Can y'all please enlighten that on me?
I think Harriet Tubman was around that same time. I think all that shit happened around 1800s. They just give you a lot prior to that. Everything happened right there. When you see that Negro War, that's all everything. That's everything was really going on. Right after that motherfucking earthquake. That's what's really going on. Because like I said, all the other wars is just proxy wars. They ain't no major wars. They ain't really. If they was major wars, then they would have been fought. They would have been fought. Have a war in Georgia and all that. Even though the Yamasee had wars and they give you certain wars, but all of the major wars came after that earthquake. Matter of fact, 1812. So that's how I see it. I understand it fully now. And from that point on, then American colonization, they were trying to send you to Nova Scotia and Sierra Leone. Then after that, they were trying to the Indian Removal Act. Then after that, they just started. I guess their whole prime thing was to classify you as colored, and you couldn't be Indian. I guess if you didn't leave that area, I guess you could not be Indian. I mean, that's kind of like when I'm kind of in the middle of it or whatever. If you didn't go on a Trail of Tears, you had to be classified as colored. And I believe that's what people did. People allowed themselves to be classified as colored so they could stay where they was at. In certain cases, like I said, it's still confusing at that point in time because that might not be right and exact. You know what I'm saying? Well, we do know, and like I said, they might have not even been able to really do shit until after the Civil War. You know what I'm saying? They probably had to free all the white slaves off of these plantations because that's what
Hey,
they
hey,
probably.
brother A1, I ain't mean to interrupt though, cause like I said, I was on your bill earlier, and I was really like, comprehending when you saying there's too much going on at one time. Like when the whole time I was listening to you and you were breaking it down, that would be like you how they trying to write this history. That would be like you asking me. You say, hey, Roman Wolf, what was you doing between 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock p.m.? And I tell you, I was cooking, cleaning the gutters, cutting my grass, and washing my car. You're gonna be looking at me like you did all that in an hour, nigga.
It's impossible. I mean,
Yeah, I
it
was
could be
feeling you
done
on that.
unless you cut out a path. But think about it. Think about it, right? They tell you that these wars, first they were saying that they was fighting against the British, but then when you get down to the Indian part, they saying no, it's about Indian removal and about so-called slavery. That's what it came down to. You know what I'm saying? It came down to them two things in that 1812 war. So first they telling you, oh, they fighting the British, so it's a mysterious. They trying to tell you but no, they really fighting. They really fighting Aborigines at that point in time.
Because there wasn't that many of them over here. Logistically, there wasn't that many pale faces over here.
That's right.
It's logistically impossible for them to have that many bodies over here. So if all this is going on, like you said, between wars, slavery, and this, that, and the third, then like I said, I ain't know nothing about that earthquake till you brought it up. So the whole time I'm listening, I'm like, dang, that earthquake, boy, that was that pilgrims like, you know, green light, like everybody
Mm-hmm.
moving around, trying to save their family, save their heads, you feel me? I just dropped the mic on that. I was just like, damn.
Fam, ain't nobody gonna be sticking around with no 8.5 shit. You see sand and water and mud flying out the ground and shit. Like,
Man, we
ain't no.
in 2003, we had a little light 1.2 something down here in Georgia, right? Man, me
Mm-hmm.
and my cousins, we sleep. Next thing we know, it was like 2 o'clock in the morning, right? We just felt a little rumble. Man, we jumped up and they were running out the house, you feel me? So you tell, like I said, it's 8.5 goddamn. That's that California shit. I
Fam,
don't even
come
want
on
you,
now.
man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you have
They,
that, boy. You was on
they
point
talk
with
about
that.
the river. They said the river was going backwards, bro. They said that whatever the ground lifted that far out of the I mean, the ground lifted, I guess the earth lifted the ground up that much the way it said that the river was going backwards, my dude. So we don't know what you don't know. We don't know what is the real extreme to the you know what I'm saying, the casualties because they telling you certain things. And like I said, they said they felt it all the way in Canada. You see the surrounding areas of where they saying that this thing happened at. So you really it happened in the South. It basically happened everywhere where black people live at. Straight up.
Yeah, yo, that's deep. That's something that we should be taught in school. That's something big, man. We should
Bro.
have been taught that.
They don't want you to know about it because they're going to see you all these Negro wars, all these wars. And then, like I said, now, first they try to hide it. Yeah, they was fighting the British. No, you was. They said you was trying to take the Indian land. And as a result, these wars broke out. And you notice all these wars going on simultaneously at the same year, fam. How? Why? It's like somebody put it's like somebody put a all our bulletin on somebody.
Yeah, and that's another thing because that's another thing. Okay, if 1776 was the so-called thing where the corporation decided, okay, we finna take our little colonies and become this one little nation, whatever they claim to be in the history books, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so when did the Revolutionary War end?
That's what I'm trying to tell you. They said 1815, but it probably never end, man, because like I said, it didn't end until the Civil War. The Civil War was listen, all that shit happened around that time, bro. That's when we
That's
got Rocket
that's
City.
too that's too much, bro. That logistically is impossible. You fighting
Mm-hmm.
your crown, the people you trying to break away from, but you got to deal with the people of the land. So you getting
Mm-hmm.
bombed on. So it had to be in dirty feathers. You feel me?
Yup.
Helping them navigate. It had to be. There's no way around that theory.
Uh,
I don't even call it a theory, bro. That's to me. That's the truth.
hey, bro, listen. What I'm thinking happened is this. We had another empire, man, that was connected. Listen, fam, I'm gonna just say like this, man. Whatever you think the so-called Moorish Empire, that was the Mayan Empire. Okay, the Mayan had a motherfucking empire, man, that we don't know about because it's hidden in history. You know, it's hidden in history, bro. They had an empire all the way up until they came here, man.
True.
I
That's what
read
that.
this
that
shit. I done seen this shit. I done seen it. I
I
done seen
mean,
the evidence.
they threw it in our face in that movie Apocalypto. They threw that shit in our face in that movie
Fam,
Apocalypto.
fam, fam.
We had to dodge the hijack on that one, though.
I read some shit the other day that the Mayans had time travel. They knew how to open portals. That they come on, bro. The word Ma is like I said. All this shit is stemming. If you believe in this moose shit, then I think it's all stemming from that. Like where Atlantis, all this stuff. That's like I find too many references about people coming from Moon starting Atlantis, which is America. And then, like I said, these sciences that's out here, the science of astronomy, cosmology, geometry. This is the same science that the Mayans had, bro. So I'm saying it's the same science, bro. And like I said, you find Mayan statues in Vietnam and India. My man just showed one from Gallo that be with Graham Hancock that they had a damn Mayan statue all the way in Vietnam and India, bro. How? How was you know what I'm saying?
Them folks was getting down. They was
Yeah,
getting down.
but they're hiding the history through names. They not you can't find Mayan travel like that unless you really look deep in books, and you're gonna find out that they was attached to an empire. You see what I'm saying? And that's what we don't understand. Like I said, look, because I know after they conquered Portugal and Spain, they went on throughout Europe to make sure that they Christianized all of these different remember all every motherfucking European town, most of Europeans are Christians with the exception to like Turkey and like, you know what I'm saying, the Middle East or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But most of all the Anglo-Saxons, most of them are Christians, man. You know what I'm saying?
That big true.
And because that's what happened. And you see Queen Elizabeth and all of them, they was converted. They was converted into Catholicism. Catholic. They was Catholics. You know what I'm saying? But that's the shit that basically rule everything. You know, people don't want to talk about it though, but it is what it is.
Okay. Um, we have Mr. Meticulous on the panel. Shout out. Oh, shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. Shout out to the panel. A1, thank you so much for coming on. Don't go nowhere yet.
Well, I got something to stay around for.
Yes, so don't
Huh?
leave. No, don't leave. I need you here for a minute. But Chief, Mr. Meticulous is on the panel now. And remember, you said you wanted to ask him about his experience with me yesterday. I think he got some good old stuff to tell you. How you doing, Mr. Meticulous? Mr. Meticulous, is your mic muted?
Yes, ma'am. It was muted. How y'all doing?
How you
Thank y'all
doing?
for having me on. Thank you for
All
your help
right.
yesterday. I really
Yeah.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, Chief wanted to ask you some questions about it. Chief, can you remove that banner from off of the screen, Chief? We're just waiting for Chief to remove the banner from the screen. Don't go nowhere, Mr. Meticulous. He's coming.
I'm right here. Can I just say something while I was waiting? I think I don't know who was talking, Mr. Hanuel. I don't know, but when I was looking at it, I think they had um, uh, the Underground Railroad, right? And I think she was a part of the Underground Railroad as far as the said when tied into the secret societies. And then when she, I'm talking of when you was just talking about Harriet Tubman. So when she was talking about freeing people and she ain't lose nobody, they was talking about running people up to Canada or something. And as far as losing somebody, she never lost anyone. But that was, I think that was the secret societies trying to maneuver their way up north. I don't know, but a lot of our people end up north too in Canada and stuff like that. So I think it went both ways. I think it had a Indian group trying to help people get up there, and then when them people found that out, they slid up in there, and I think that's where the African American name and uh, the railroad, as far as Harriet Tubman concerned, like I was looking at a bill that kind of jumped out at me like that. I wish I could tell you which one it was, but not spare the moment. But my name Gerald Wilson. Mr. Meticulous. I was on here yesterday with um well, Sister Bethy called me yesterday, and I told her to help me figure out who my grandmother was. And she called me and did um I guess a couple hours we stayed on the phone, and she helped me with a lot of stuff. She helped me figure out a lot of things. My grandmother when we got off the phone, right? Something weird. Me and my grandmother pretty close, like we real close. Like she 85, and I think that we closer than everybody in the family. And when we got done, and Sister Bethy got off the phone, she was like, "Thank you." And I didn't ask her why, and I gotta go ask her later. But it was weird because of our relationship. So I gotta say again, thank you, Sister Bethy. So one of the things. So let me see what happened. Um, my grandmother knew a lot, I guess, as far as her great great grandmother. So she offered us names, and then she could tell us like locale and what was happening at the time. Like I think I know how to talk to her and um, interpret information, if I could say that. So I asked Sister Bethy to kind of give me a second, and we kind of fished out a little information, and um, Sister Bethy was able to give her some information, and she's like, I don't know them, and she was like, well, do you know a Pearl? She was like, well, that's my great grandmother's daughter or something, and then all the kids that she mentioned was they kids, and that family is pretty big where I'm from, so we always had a good relationship, and they was I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting when you look back in history and think about the people that was there and how I am being interested just a interested individual in certain things like so just to know who these person are from just paying attention to them all my life and then I don't know just seeing things I don't know it was real. Your mic is muted, Sister Bethy.
What I thought what was really interesting was when we were able to pull up all those kids because she was like, "That's me. I'm 4 years old." Remember? We pulled her
Yeah,
up
she
because she
did.
was a 4-year-old little girl, and
Yeah.
it's just so amazing. What year were you born in, Gerald?
78.
So we went from 78 all the way back to where did we land at
65.
18
I
was it
think
1865
I think
or
so.
1830?
I thought it was
I
1830,
thought it
but
was 18 it was
yeah,
1830.
I yeah, cause we had skipped one and it ended in 1865, but we never corrected it. So I wouldn't say 1830 because I'm a specific person. So, but I think that was a my great great grandmother instead of my great grandmother. So I think that would have added on. I don't know. I can't explain. So I think something
But
like
we
that.
got all of them, so he's ready to put his paperwork in because we done finished. So we left with him just having to go get the death certificates, right?
Yes. My grandmother said she'll go get them for you, didn't she?
She
She
sure did.
gonna do it too.
She said she
Um,
going to that church and get all her stuff. And it
tell
said
them what she said
85.
about the Indians that moved in over there.
Oh, oh gosh, she said something. What she say? Oh God,
You tell them.
I can't. I even remember. She said
Okay.
so much. It
Okay.
was so sweet.
So where okay where I'm from is pretty small. Outside of that, we moved like 30 minutes outside of that. Which took us closer to Monroe. So right now she's right about an hour and a half south of Monroe. So so we used to be probably 2 hours south of Monroe. So where we at, where she at now, it's a small place and it's just a one street. I want to say it's a one street city. Just put it like that. They got a lot back in the back roads, but it's a one street city. So all the city roads and stuff is all the city like the city bank, the city building. I don't know how to explain it because it's just a wooden house. And so the one on the corner, the structure on the corner is a bank, an old bank. And she's saying they setting up in there like some Indians were setting up in there. I was like, Medea, what color are they? And she said, I don't know. And so I told her to go by there and check it out and see what color they was. Because I told her if they don't look the wrong color. She said, all right, baby, I'll have that information for you when I bring my. So I don't know. She got to go to work Monday. So she worked
Woman
on the
is
same.
85 years old. Oh, somebody got to mute their mic. Mute their
That's me.
mic. Oh,
I don't have noise, I don't think, but
his grandmama, 85 years old. She still work. and we were able to finish his genealogy within like, I think we was on the phone for like 2.5 hours, and we finished the whole thing. So that's why I said anybody could do this. Y'all need to just get um I like ancestry.com because you pay $19.99 a month. And they automatically take it out your account. We were able to do his whole genealogy within 2 hours. So now they're ready to do what they have to do.
How far you went back though?
He went all the way back to eight. We went back to eight. I'm gonna say 1830. I'm gonna say 1830 because
Yes, it was
your
my third
grandmother
great
said,
grandmother. It was my third great grandmother, and she died at 115.
yeah,
Your third great grandmother, God
and that
damn.
was her, Miss Zeno. I'm telling you, that was her
That's
because
a
And they
blessing,
was
boy. That's a
all
blessing
buried.
to be able to find that.
Sister Bethy was impressed about the fact that they was all buried in the same place, like in Natchez, um at a Baptist church right there at they spot. So all of them was buried in the same place. So I thought
yeah,
that meant something. And so I think that when we start looking at these communities, right? So when I look at my community, like I said, it wasn't that big. So we in the South, it's not that big. But when you start talking about the smaller places around it, like it's a lot of groups that some of us can't get along. Like, but that's our football teams that we go against. Most of those are black. And then when you go look at these different groups, like that's how we was groups, and that's probably was our tribe, or you know what I'm saying, how you could keep
yeah.
up with a certain part of it. And what me looking into it, like, I mean, just looking a certain way. So I don't know. If you want to ask me something, brother, you can ask me. I don't know if I answered it.
Yeah,
But 1830, how far do you think I should go?
That's just far enough. You didn't even have to go back that far. Remember, I told you.
I
Because
went back
Yeah,
to
yo, I
we
went back
even
to
1700.
18. Like I got on my mom's father's side, my grandfather. I done got back to 1810. On my mama's side, I'm back at like in the 1820s. And then on my biological father's side, I'm all the way back to Thomas Amos. You know what I mean? I, he found the Cubville, Texas. I'm like, damn, I'm the sixth, seventh grandson or something. I was like,
Some
that's
people
crazy.
claim to go all the way back to the 1600s and stuff.
I was
Yeah.
able to go
Hey,
back with my I was able
hey,
to go back on my dad's side. I went back to 1700, all them Seminole, all of them on my
What,
dad's
what,
Yeah, my
part-
side.
what,
wife went
what part
back
of
to like
what part of Florida they
1704.
lived in? What
Oh,
part of
I'm
how
from
did you know
Louisiana.
that was from Florida? No, he's from Louisiana.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
you got to remember all that was
that was
Florida when the
Florida? That's
Spanish
right.
had it.
That was Florida. Yeah,
So
right.
okay, so I asked her when I did my like I did an interview on her, right? And so when I interviewed her, I asked her, um um did the border change? She said yes, it changed several times, but she from Natchez. That's all she knows. I'm from Natchez, over the
Texas,
river.
not just
Boom,
Texas
boom,
or
boom.
Louisiana.
Is
Louisiana.
in Louisiana, like
Oh,
is in
okay.
Louisiana.
Okay,
Yeah,
so you probably you
Central
Natchez
Louisiana.
Indian. You Natchez Indian then.
Yep.
Negative Louisiana. But I got
Yeah,
this.
Natchez, hey brother, hey, cause my father's my father's mother, you feel me, my biological father's mother, she from Marksville, Louisiana. And I've been
I know
trying to
exactly
figure
where
that
you
out
from.
because she don't really like to talk about it. You feel me? Like her husband do, but she hell been on. All I know is they called us black Frenchmen, and I don't care. You know, she wild as hell, so she don't want to be talking about it. But I know she from her mama from Monksville, Louisiana. And when I look at them old maps, they saying that's that same territory too.
It's Natchez. That's where the
See,
Devil's Punch
Natchez.
Bowl was at.
Yep. You got to
So
be.
so so when I look at all your guys, so I don't want to mix it up. So on one of them, it showed maps of old maps. No, I'm gonna tell you what I did. Whoever had the book American Indian Contributions, I went downloaded it, right? And I went to maps and I wanted to look at old maps, right? And so Natchez is like an expanse from somewhere in central Louisiana. If you look at my hand and it go eastward and it kind of open up like this and close like that,
Yep.
kind of going upwards. So it kind of do like this somewhere going. So Mississippi,
It
Alabama,
goes
like
into
going out
New
that way.
Mexico. It definitely goes into New Mexico because like when I got a book from the 13th, well, the invasion of the Mongols, 13th century, the Nasheds, the Bagadas, and it's another tribe I can always forget or whatever though. But the Nasheds went into like Mexico because there's another book I got about how they when they was enslaving the Nasheds, they were sending them first to Mexico at some time, then they would send them to Haiti. That's when the French took Nasheds Indians from Louisiana area to Haiti after they got kicked out of the United States.
That
Hmm.
gotta be my grandmama then, because that's all she
Hey,
talked about.
hey,
That's all she talked about.
y'all do a lot of investigating. Can I offer up some theories? I think they went and took over South America, bro, and pushed a lot of people up this way. I talked to the dude in Mexico, right? He just I, I don't know. He just came back the hard way. So I talked to him, you know what I'm saying? Um and I talked to him about the indigenous side on that side. He say they keep the blacks and stuff separated, and they got these hover things because you know how they the uh the cartel is over there and stuff like that. So they got hovercrafts and drones and stuff to pay attention to everybody. And I'm like, but I think that's where a lot of our history is. So while we just claiming one part of it, we go all the way to Canada, and I think they cut it off up there and they cut it off down there and they squares. And so when you start fighting, I bet California didn't even get in the fight when we was fighting in the wars over here
They
in the
wasn't
north
even
and south.
across the west yet. They wasn't across. That's what
And,
manifest destiny is to go west. They wasn't nowhere near
Yeah, they
west.
didn't. The people
and
on the
and
West
that's what
Coast
I'm
didn't
saying.
even know what was going on. And just to add on to what you were saying, when you get into some of the more ancient antiquities, you'll come to realize that North America has older antiquities than South America.
Right, right. I'm not trying to stand up on anything, you know what I'm saying? I'm not I'm just I said I was coming with some theories because y'all do the investigation. I just sit here as I come as a common man and I break stuff down like how I see it. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't have no organization and I
You
don't
using your free mind. You using your
yes
free
sir.
mind. I do the
And
same
all
thing,
the time.
brother. I ain't no
And all
scholar.
the
I
time.
just be like just peeping out information
Yeah,
and just
And
try
right.
to
so
put
You
my
on the
own
right
narrative to
path
it.
though, because a lot of the shit did end up south. You see what I'm saying?
yes
So you
sir.
you start doing you start seeing a lot of resemblance in the culture, like OMAC culture in Mississippi. You feel me?
Yeah.
Georgia, all these different regions, Aztec and the Hopewell region. You start to see various things. You see what I'm saying in the South, like you see in the North, but you don't see as much as in the North, like you see in the South. You see what I'm saying? And the
Mhm.
reason is because it's a little older than what we think.
And we been tucked in, man, and ain't nobody mess with us like that. You know what I'm saying? Like it could really get hectic down there for some people. And like I never said it. I was getting ready to say it when if somebody get ready to do my father's side, like you're gonna run into a whole lot of heat. Like I mean, as far as like it's gonna go deep in my roots, like really deep. And another thing it's about what's inside of me. You know what I'm saying? Like I know, like I'm a claim that I've never met too many people that's smarter than me. I don't read books. I don't read as much as I should. I'm gonna say that, and because I don't agree with them and believe them. But then when you start telling me like, okay, a lot of it was lies. I'm like, so okay, now I get some understanding. You know what I'm saying? Now it makes sense. And then like I don't know, I'm not on some jump on a bandwagon. All I'm saying is I know what makes sense to me, so I'm following along, and I'm pretty much like, you know what I'm saying. You can't, you
Yeah,
can't,
that
you
part
can't pull
right
the
there.
wool
What you
over.
just said. That part right there, brother.
What part, sir?
Yeah, it is no bandwagon and following. What it is you was more on the band. We was more on the bandwagon when we wasn't following the truth. So
Yeah.
once you realize the truth and it leads you into the direction where like-minded people have stepped into the truth, and you start asking around, and you notice that most people came into this knowledge roughly around the same time. Some maybe earlier than most, but it's due to the natural wave of energy and vibration that the earth put out, and it points us in that direction. You see what I'm saying? It's
Yes,
like
sir.
it's like the old race to the west.
Cause I'm telling you now, once you accept this truth, boy, you ain't gonna have no friends, no family, no nothing. I got two cousins that's riding with me. Don't nobody mess with me no more. But
Say,
it
say,
feel
brother.
good though. It
Say,
feel good
brother.
though. Look,
I've been solo for a long time, man. I
boy,
ain't tripping on. See, it was all about. See, I'm gonna tell you what it's all about. When I got on here the other day, I told everybody that I lost my first male born. Like I have all females. I have all young ladies. Like I have all women, mothers to the earth. Like that's what I have. And one of them had a male, and I had to put him in the ground, and that was my first male born. And so, like, I, I, I don't know. It's like I'm not gonna keep on following in a direction, right? That I don't believe in or agree with, and it's taken from me, and it's taken too much, right? So at a certain point in time, I like to hold my own, and so in holding my own, it come with a certain thing could come with it. So you telling me if I come and I'm gonna tell you how much I listen. So it got that C word to the cess, the view or something like that. You go to them and tell them you want your shit back. You go get your 3 accounts back off of that thing, right? And and you go get a psyche valve. Let them know that you know what you know you have understanding and you don't agree with anything they have going on. Then you not only need that, but first I got to get my education because you told me to walk in and understanding and every time they approach you, right, I know how to stand as a natural man, but I don't know the laws and how to protect that shit all the way, you know what I'm
yo, that's
saying,
what I'm struggling
all the
with. I'm
way.
struggling with the same shit, bro.
Okay, and so to me it's not a struggle. I understand where I'm going, and now that I know where to get the information, right, I have to get that information, but I already know how to stand because I'm still living. I'm 42. You know what I'm saying? It's a reason why a lot of us are still.
I mean,
My grandmother
big
said,
big truth,
"Hey, hey,
big truth is
hey."
about it's standing on your square is important, but then it comes down to the like with me, you feel me personally, you feel me, like I can read or read a bunch of books, you feel me, listen to documentary after documentary, or get on live after live with information. Like I said, me personally, I'm still gonna take my time with it because how I may have to do it, you feel me? I'm gonna have to customize some shit. I could take basic platforms, but see, like I said, I'm in here in Georgia, and they like, boy, when you trying to do what, boy, they not playing no game down here. But we stand on our square. You know what I'm saying? We like, but it's just it's that frustrating part. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I could tell you that damn my bloodline lay on this soil down there to 1790. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And
But
you
but
see what I'm
but
feeling?
it's
That
been but
frustration.
you can't tell me that it haven't been frustrating all your life. And so when you say
Well,
that,
the reason I'm feeling the frustration a different way because I grew up just thinking I was something else. You feel me? Even though Africa wasn't talked about, how, but now I came in 3, 4 years ago. I got hit over the head, and I said, "Well, I'm not going to operate like this no more. Because once you know better, you do better." I just, what I'm saying, the frustration was different. You feel me? Before I came into this full bred, or I like to say, stepped out the matrix. When I
what,
stepped
what
out the
I
matrix, it really
but
got real.
what I'm saying, brother, is like, okay, so my thing was I never been a part of any group or association. So when I say I roll like this is how I roll, period. Like I um all I'm saying is it's a lot of understanding that go along with like how you're supposed to move. And when you go get your rights back, right, then um uh it's some laws that you follow, but to me, it's a lot of them that you get back. And I just see, you know what I'm saying, like and everybody being scared, and I just see it as a, like I'm gonna just say it like this: a Hanuel over there standing on the square by itself. And what he's saying is, you go get it for yourself. Now, when they come and go start messing with brothers here and there, you telling me that you're not gonna help them, like we always been doing. We sit over here, somebody right over there get messed with, and we just watch them, right? But you know who you are. Like you the same bloodline, you the same thing, right? But you're gonna sit up here and watch him do him something and say, like, yeah, I told him not to go that route. Nah, because that's why he was. That's because he was standing on his own, man. A lot of people just really selfish for real. A lot of people just
Me,
really
I
too
know I'm getting
selfish.
my ass kicked, and I feel good getting it kicked. You feel me? When I say I'm getting my ass kicked, I just know that I'm out here on some shit niggas scared to do. You feel me? And all I'm thinking about is every day when I wake up, I be thinking I might think about one of my grandmothers. I could pick a grandmother and be like, man, I'm waking up and I'm feeling too good. But you know what? Maybe one of my fourth grandmother, she probably wasn't feeling too good, so I get my ass up. You feel me? You know what I mean? I come out here and I stand on them. You feel me? Because they the reason I'm here. You feel me? And so they were going through here and figured out how to get me here. I'm gonna go through this hell and like I said, not be no scared. Like just go with the flow type nigga. I ain't really never been that type of nigga anyway. You feel me? What I'm trying to say is like everything you saying is on point. And A1, you know, he definitely a warrior. You feel me? You know, A1 definitely a warrior. I can hear it in his voice. You feel me? On the spiritual end. You know, when I listen to that brother, you feel me? When I get that alert, I don't care where I'm at on the plantation, boy. I got my headphones in, and I want to give you a shout out, A1, because like you, I got a lot of people I put on. You know what I'm saying? I say you got to listen to this brother because he ain't playing no games. You feel me? He finna get it to you how it is. You feel me? He's just
Yeah.
bringing that information. You take it and you do it. Shooting me up, spit bones. You got to agree with everything everybody's saying. Just take what work for you and get out there and do what you got to do for you because it starts with you and you got to bring it down to your family after that. And you just, unfortunately, a lot of our brothers and sisters want to just be cool, sit up in front of that television, loving hip hop. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Be in these clubs, and a lot of us way too old to be doing that shit anyway. You know what I mean? I made a post on Facebook earlier. I say, you know, it's just a little 3-minute YouTube video with some information. And I posted on that shit. I was like, look, y'all can spend an hour watching Love and Hip Hop. I put a little emoji Arab, you know, thing down on the video. Said y'all spend 3 or 4 minutes to learn something about yourself.
Yeah, pretty much. But
And they won't even do it.
um, Jera, I would strongly recommend that you subscribe to A1's channel or Chop to this one because he drops a lot of jewels.
Hey, my
I mean,
brother,
he
man. Hey,
give out
Man,
yo,
some of the
I'm
way.
sorry.
man, I've been.
Hey, brother, I appreciate you, man. Thank you, man. I definitely appreciate that. But you know, like I said, man, this you already know what it is, man. This information is for you guys. I mean, this is, you know what I'm saying? You know, like I said, definitely appreciate that because that's what this thing is about, man. You know what I'm saying? So in la ace, la caim. That means the light within me is in you as well. So, you know what I'm saying?
Ilaes, Ilikain.
In la in la ik, la caim, la caim. In la
Hola, 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 hola,
that's that,
Hey,
no,
but
that's mine though. You heard me?
hey,
There we
hey,
go.
I almost had it
That's
before
it.
she started playing. I
Auntie,
almost
Auntie
had it
getting
before
it
she
in,
started
boy.
playing. So listen. So I want to say that I don't subscribe to the channel yet, right? But I look at all the videos. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them long, like so. You know what I'm saying? I cut into them certain places, but I look at a lot of the videos, like a lot of the videos.
yeah, you
You know
subscribe to
what I'm
his
saying?
channel and look at some of his old
Yeah, well,
videos
A1, you got to go
and
back, bro. I've been rocking
yeah,
with A1 for about two and a
you
half
can go
years. You
back.
feel me?
They
What I
got
mean? You got to go back, bro, when he
find
first
some
started
real
kicking.
you find some real interesting stuff on his channel. I would strongly recommend you subscribe to his channel, Aboriginal TV's channel. You're already on Chief's channel and Dane's channel, but I was just pointing out in Aboriginal Power, you know, the brother that was on here earlier. Those
See,
I'll
every
write
one of
their
the people
names
that you
down.
mentioned, those are the people that I listen to. But like,
Yep.
okay, so after I save my grandma, right? I am gonna need to know the paperwork that I need,
Oh, we'll talk
and
about that.
then like right, I already know how to study. Like I already know my
Okay.
angles that I hit. Like I know how to I know how to come with my angle. You know what I'm saying? I know how to think I'm gonna help my people. So I don't know.
Okay, so we know what we left off with. So we're gonna sync up again. And you know, we'll talk about that, but not on here. But
Yes, ma'am.
I was wondering if anybody on the chat or anybody in the chat room could give some hints of the role of an agent, because
We got a lot of agents out there, and we got a lot of agents that really come into our vicinity after being on here. And I know damn well an agent when I see him because they ask you questions that normal people don't ask you. And I do know I can share that agents, signs of agents, they cling to you, they stick to you. Um, when they meet you in these chat rooms, they want to follow you around, you know, and every time you try to plan something, they want to destroy it. They want to shoot out all the negative information as to why you shouldn't do something. And I'm telling you, they in these chat rooms, and you'd be very surprised who they are. But I just want to let you know that I know that you out there. They come in your presence. I mean, and I do believe they fly across the stage just to keep tabs on your ass and check on you. So y'all be very careful out there, including myself, because they in these damn chat rooms and they befriending us. So I just want y'all to be on the lookout when people start talking to you or try to strike conversation with you about anything to do with genealogy or us being, the original people. Look out for people that ask you questions in that vicinity. Because them be them fucking agents, and I'm telling you, because people just not gonna walk up to you and start talking about American history or things to do with American history. So that's how you know that these people are agents and you really struck a nerve somewhere up there. So for real, I'm just keeping it real.
Hey, big
I'm
truth,
saying that.
100. Gotta keep
I'm
your, you
saying
gotta
that
keep your
because
nose up.
I work with these pale face so many years, and when you work with them so many years, you get to know their next move. You really do. Because they do dumb shit. They give themselves away. Always. They always give themselves away. And one of the biggest triggers is when they walk up to you just out of the clear blue, trying to get information out of you about American history. They want to see how much you know. And that's true. That's the truth. And they could
I,
be white, they could be white, and they could be black. Especially if they don't know you. So I just need y'all to know that.
I think that's very important what she's talking about, and that's one of the first things that I stated when I first came onto Supreme Chief's channel. That I was like, how do you know when somebody like that? But that's one of the reasons that I showed my face and I said some information because I'm not scared, but at the same time, like what I think about is when you have a community, right? And like I just stated, like how do I protect my brother that's way over there somewhere, and we doing the same thing, but it's not so many of us, but we spread apart. Now that's how they really got in. I mean, if you really want to be honest, but
Yeah,
you know what I'm
I
saying? We
agree.
got to be,
I agree.
we got to be real, like you said, real careful of the people that we just hang around, and when we if you just get that bad vibe, I just think you need to stop it just right off the rip. Like
Yeah,
it don't
you
even
get an uncomfortable
the
feeling.
arguments and everything just leaves. Like right now, it's a whole different understanding right now.
Yeah, and you the first feeling you get is an uncomfortable feeling because you want to know why the hell this person even bring up something that they're trying to you can always tell when somebody's trying to pull something out of you because they'll ask you and they'll stand there and wait to see if you're going to answer, and then you see them every so often, and you also get a feeling that they're not from your town or they're not from your community. So y'all gotta look out, and they come on the panel. They do come on the panel, and
Yeah, you know your people. You
they
know your
never
people energy when you feel
yeah
it.
yeah, and they never show their damn face. That's one thing they do. They will not show their face on the panel. They always behind some old crazy avatar.
Can I say something? We already talked about a certain group of people, right? That always kidnap people and stuff like that. Now, when I see like they move a certain kind of way and move real funny, so they get gas and move around like you can see, like they some big dudes sometime, and they move pretty funny. So like it's you know what I'm saying. It's certain other things, and like you said, you look at other people. You know what I'm saying? When you put the whole story together, like that's how they move in real life. Just like how you say right there, like that's how they move in real life. Like
Yeah,
just like that. So like how your understanding of what happened in Africa so many years ago, like that's how they move in real life here. Like that's what I'm saying. So
yeah,
I don't know.
and and another thing I noticed they probably will ask you or pressure you to go and do your genealogy and share and do your paperwork just so they could find out which individual are to try to stop you or do some shit to your paperwork so that by the time you reach your paperwork you really gonna think you from Africa. So be careful who you give your shit to. If you're gonna go and do your genealogy, just do it.
Yo,
Just do it.
on that one too, like I was trying to build with a brother like 3 months ago. We were just lightweight talking. You feel me about genealogy? You want to know about how far I got and stuff like that. But I got caught slipping because as soon as I told him how far I got, me and my family got on it. Right, he came to me out the blue, right, talking about, well, I got an organization now. He claimed he Aboriginal, right? But as soon as he said, "Hey, with the information you got," he came out straight up and said, "I got an organization." As soon as he said that, I was like, "Nah, fam, nah, fam, that was too weird." You know what I'm saying? We talking about genealogy, like what you found in your family, just chilling. And then once I told him how far I got back in mine, he was like, "Yo, I got an organization. If you interested, right there, that red light hit." I was just like, nah, fam, you know what I'm saying? I don't get into all that. I had to lightweight back up off of it, go the other way. But it'll be them key words, like you said, they'll come off left field, you feel me? They be
Yeah,
saying some shit, you be like, what organization?
it needs to
Nah,
be, and an agent could be a black person that's a Pan African, and I'm the ones I really don't trust because them the one that wear them blue collar suits and shit and come in there and try to befriend you and stuff and try to see how much or what kind of direction you going in. I don't trust nobody. I don't. I don't trust nobody. After working with Paleface 30 years, I know the way they move and they ass always give themselves away. I don't trust them. I just don't. I'm talking about people like Obama and shit, brothers like that, and that. I don't trust them. I don't. I'm sorry. So just be careful of your surroundings. And I'm not trying to scare you, but just if you're like an active person like myself on YouTube and you come up on the panel and you drop jewels and you sharing some history that we all need. Start analyzing your surroundings and your company and in your environment and who's approaching you. I mean, they don't approach you, they come to you humbly. I'm not saying but it's just something weird about them. It's something very weird about them, whether they black or white. That's all I'm just trying to say.
Also, you want to see who moved into your community too, like who moved across the street. Like, we stay in the hood. Sometimes they have abandoned houses, and then they get other people in, stuff like that.
Hmm.
I don't know. I get to see the whole play, y'all. I get to look at stuff, and I really do see this stuff like this. So I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah, so just be just be on your be on gird yourself up, as my brothers would say. Gird up, because you don't know who you dealing with. You don't. You got so
yeah, that's
many.
that's why I
You
fly
got so
solo,
many.
man. I build, but I
You
fly
got
solo for that reason.
when you trying to help your people. You know they got so many of our people that's just been so blinded. Them the main ones that'll hurt you. You know what I'm saying? And just be careful. I love my people to death, and I want us to get this done. I want us, to move on, but we just got to be very careful. But anyway, moving along, I just want to share this one last thing, because I know A1 got to go on and open up his piano, and I don't. Can y'all see this? Let me know. Okay, good. Here is our average. This is a blind copy. It's a sloppy copy. It's nothing in the newsletter. I just got the body of it. And I was, the other week or last week or a week before, we was talking about that we wanted an Aboriginal newsletter so that we can share it online and get our information across, the wires to our people. And if you want to, you got the ability to print it out and share it in the community. And and like I said, anybody in the audience that wants to put something in the article, we're all welcome because this is for our community. And if you want to write an article and put something in the article or advertise about our history, something you want to share, you can easily contact me and I'll incorporate it right into our newsletter, our into our Aboriginal newspaper. I just said Aboriginal newspaper because we as a community have not agreed what we wanted to name our newspaper. And once we agreed to what we want to name our newspaper, then I will go and get it patent protected so nobody can't copy us. But this is just a fake name. I just wanted you to see, you know, how valuable we can be with each other.
Yeah,
So,
we got to start controlling our own narrative. So that's
right.
that's definitely a plus right there. We need that
Right.
bad.
So I just made up some fake stuff to put on here just so you can see we can be a very, resourceful people, online and in the community. If you live, I'm in Connecticut and you might live in California, at least, we got this newspaper and we could all be on the same page and you can share it. How the quickest way to get it to you in California is right here online. I give it to you, we send it to you, you print it out as many copies, or you just share it and pass it out to our people in the community. But I think one of our first issues should be the most powerful. So I just made up some stuff on it, just so you could get an idea of how I'm trying to run with this. But anyway, from indigenous to Aboriginal to colored to Negro to black to African American. Why? You know what I'm saying? And then we're going to have an about us section. Who are we about? And Lieberson is going to write our about section, what we're about or who we are, things of that and things of that nature. And then down here, I have we were enslaved in our own land, and I just fakely put Autonomous One name right here, not to say that's a particular article he's gonna write, but if you see down here where I put his name at in the article down here, that would be an article he would write. I'm just doing it. This is just fake. I'm not saying Autonomous One is gonna write this article, but I know he's gonna hook us up. Um, And then page 2, the monthly history of our people. We have a genealogy section, stolen identity. Somebody could, and it don't always have to be one article. It could be many articles under genealogy. It could be many articles under stolen identity. You might find some information that you learned about our stolen identity, and you might say, Sister Bethy, could you put this under stolen identity? I want to share this with the community, and I'll do that. And then something about we are still here. Some of you in the audience may have um, something that you might want to write to the effect that we're still here. We are not an extinct people. We are the original people here because blah, 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 blah. And, we got to have our sources in there. So I just put my name, the role of agents. That's what we just talked about. And that's what I was just talking to you about. So I have that right there. So like I said, this is all dummy stuff. Then right here, the earth is flat. I got Brother Sanchez in on that. So, that's another part of the newspaper because I think he's a very resourceful brother. And then down here, building the indigenous Aboriginal community. And I just put Aboriginal TV's name here because that's a real strong focus, for him. I'm not sure, what type of articles you want to put, but he is working on some an article to put in the newspaper. And down here, I got uncivilized tribes, and that's something that Chief Holiday is gonna write an article on about the uncivilized tribes, meaning us. But that's pretty much it for now. I think you all get the gist of it. But I really want to get our first article out by April 1st. So we have 30 days. You have 30 days to write it, the article. But in the meantime, um, if y'all can give me, I want to do this now so I can get the name of our article patent protected. Um, what is the best name for it? Can you guys in the audience, if you like Aboriginal newspaper or indigenous, if you like Aboriginal newspaper, put a 1. If you like indigenous newspaper, put a 2. And then folks on the panel, y'all could tell me, what we could go with based on what they put in the audience. So if you want Aboriginal newspaper, can you give me a 1? If you want um indigenous newspaper, put a 2. Seeing 2s, I see more 2s. I only see one. Uh-oh. I need y'all on the panel to help me decipher which one gets it, because I want to do this real quick. I don't want to waste a whole bunch of time. I want to get it popping and get our message out because I'm tired of waiting.
You
And
said one is Aboriginal and 2 is indigenous, right?
right.
How many ones we get?
I'm seeing more 2s than I am 1s.
Ooh.
We
I
got
mean, me
95.
personally, as long as we can put whichever prefix we
1.
use, I would like to hear American, like see American with that. You feel me? Regardless of what prefix we use, Aboriginal or Indigenous. You feel me?
But
You know.
but like the panel said, did we as indigenous people call this country America?
Yeah,
Did we
that
call it?
part.
Is that
That part.
something that we did? Is that something we
Yeah.
came up with, or did Paleface come up with
Yeah.
that? I
Well,
want
yeah.
something that
The
relates to
reason I'm
us.
saying because you Aboriginals. You feel me? Like when we use that, this is my personal point of view. I'm just throwing the idea out there. You know what I mean? Like they already trying to play the game. Of course, we know what the term Aboriginal was applied to us before them folks in Australia. We know that, but a lot of people don't know that. You feel me? And then the word indigenous. I mean, hell, even the paleface running around calling themselves indigenous. You feel me? Or trying to. You feel me? What I'm saying, like, I just, we got to put like a unique, just something that stands out. But I'm cool with indigenous or Aboriginal. You feel me? I just, I just think it should make sure it stand out, whatever prefix we use. Just a little something I was throwing out there. Aboriginal, indigenous, I'm cool with either term. You feel me? You know what I mean?
So, audience, can you help me out? How many 1s? Did we have more 2s, or did we have more 1s? Because I'm moving with this. I'm not having no online meeting, all that shit. I'm moving it on. I can't do it. I can't. Did we have more 1s or did we have more 2s, audience? Gretchen, can you help me out, sis? All right, I see somebody said, okay, so now we got to have 1, 2, and 3s. We got to do it one more time, y'all. All right, put a number 1 if you want Aboriginal newspaper. Put a number 2 if you want Indigenous newspaper. Put a number 3 if you want First American news. Number 3 if you want First American news. No 3s. I'm seeing 1s for Aboriginal. Oh, 2 3s. 3 3s. Oh, First Americans. It's rolling up, y'all. They look like number 3.
Yeah, I had to pull out my tablet so I can see what's going on because I'm on my phone. But yeah, them
Yeah, it
threes
look
is
like,
popping up quick, boy.
yeah, it's between the 1s and the 3s. It looked like the 2 is out. Yep, it's the 1 and the 3. It
Hey,
looked like.
yo. Hey, Chief Holiday should be having a field day with this right now.
I can't wait yet. 3s. Okay. It looked like
Wow.
Hey, yo, them threes just came through like a hand of God,
I'm
boy.
telling you, I'm telling you. So that's what it looked like it's
I'm
gonna
with
be.
the
Let me
people. I'm
see.
with the people. I'm with the people, regardless, man. I'm with the people. There it is. The gauntlet has been slammed.
There it is.
Hey, that shit sit sweet though. I ain't gonna lie.
So, all right. So this what it looked like it might be. Should we put a little emphasis on this? Is that who we are? Because we first.
Hey, if you ain't first, you last. God damn it, Ricky Bobby.
So that being said, it's a wrap. It's the first American newspaper. So
Let go.
here's how we're gonna do it. I'm gonna get this patent protected through the lawyers in my office that I know. I'm gonna have this shit done. Um, so anybody that wants to put an article or information in the news article, you have to have it to me by the 15th of every month, because having it by the 15th of every month will make it in the next month's newspaper, which will be sent out on the first of the month. So as long as I have your article information, you can email it to me. Um, you can email it to me, your article, and I'll copy it and paste it in the section in which it closely relates to in the article in the newspaper. And there it is. And then I'll PDF it, share it, send it to you, and you can, and I would hope that you would share it on your Facebook page and whatever other page you got, and print it out and pass it out in the community, however you want to get it out to our people. It's because our people got to learn to start reading. They do. They really do. But I want to have our first newspaper done April 1st. So that means everything got to be into me by March 15th so that I can consolidate it. I'll give you a 5-day grace period, 20th of the month. That's the deadline. After the 20th, I can't take no more articles because we want the issues to, coincide with the dates. So our first issue will be April 1st, 2020. Our second issue, oh, I forgot to show y'all that on the top. Damn. See up here where it has the April 1st, 2020, and then we're going to get an issue number. So in that way, if anybody ever wants a copy of our old article, I can always go back to the issue number. So this will be our first issue number, which is 0001, our first article. So I don't know. You can also advertise in here too. If you sell clothes online or something like that, you could I have that in the advertisement section of our newspaper. If somebody, you could put anything in here. If you have like a healthy diet you want to share, or a healthy food that we can cook for
Yeah,
ourselves,
that advertisement for our
things like
people
that.
will definitely be a big deal. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
If we can get this circulating.
yeah. We have an advertising section, a health food section where if anybody's, real good with vegan diets, they might want to put a recipe in there, anything, you know what I'm saying? So, whatever you put in to, whatever kind of article you give me, I can, make up a topic, for your article, a section, that it could fall under in the news article, and it could just grow. The news article will just grow. But like I said, I'm not waiting on nobody. I'm not having no damn board meetings. It's a wrap. This is what I do. This is what I do for a living. So just write your article up. If there's errors in it, I'll correct it. This is what I do. So I'm not gonna sit around no board table. I ain't got time for that shit. I don't. I'm not.
having nobody change my mind about this. I'm not having no. It's a wrap. The newspaper, the community agreed on the name already. It's a wrap. So now all you got to do is just give me the information, and I'm gonna put it in the article. I don't care as long as you're part of our community. So it is what it is. Um, I'm gonna put my email in the chat room. So if you want to email me, with your article, I'll be happy to take it and copy it and paste it in our newspaper. Anybody got any questions? You can come up on the panel and ask me. Oh, and everybody except Lieberson can come up on the panel. I put the link in the chat room too,
Yeah,
along with
cause
my
Libra was
email.
messing with you. Libra was messing with you,
Oh, he's
Charlie.
picking with me. That man almost had me in tears with my ideas. But I know
Hey,
A1 promised me an article. Aboriginal TV promised me an article. AP promised me an article. Chief promised me an article. And Empress Hobart promised me an article too. So anybody in the audience, anybody in our community, anybody can write an article and give it to me, and I'll put it in there. I don't have no favorites. I just is what it is. So if anybody got any questions, you could come up on the panel and ask about the newspaper because I can't hear you from the audience. And make sure y'all tell Lieberson I'm not having no board meeting with the president and the vice president and the secretary.
you hell, man. You
I
hell.
know Lieberson is out there. I'm not having no meeting. It's a wrap. The newspaper is ready. Just send me the information and I'm gonna put it in the damn newspaper.
Libra finna jump on the panel right now and be like, well, here's one thing about this article, this newspaper.
I
I just want
know.
to tell you.
Y'all let me
That's
know when
bro, though.
y'all let
Bro,
me know
100,
when
though, man.
y'all let me know when y'all see that sneaker come in the audience. I'm gonna shut it down. But yes, the first article, our very first article, I really wanted to focus on explaining to our people who we are and how we got lost in the process. So any articles that reflect that would be helpful. So I know A1 got my back on that one, about in chief and you know AP and but please y'all, I really need y'all help and I really do. And if you want to put it in every month, you're welcome to. You know, if you want to put more than one article out in different sections, you're welcome to do that too. Just email me the information. Email me what you've written.
It sounds like a bet. It's go time, man. It's go
So
time.
if y'all think that, because we can't talk to everybody at one time, we got like 85 people, 98 people out there. Can y'all give me a 1 if y'all think we should move on and do our newspaper? Or should we have an all inclusive meeting? Give me a 1 if you think we should keep it moving. Give me a 2 if you think we should hold on. One, keep it moving.
I didn't hear you. I don't know if you went in and out or it was mine, but I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I said if you think that we should move it, keep it moving with the news article, just go on and start so we can have it done by April 1st. Give me a 1. If you think we should hold off and talk about it more, give me a 2.
And I'm telling you in advance, if you give me a two, your ass is an agent. Don't send
I,
me no article.
I would get ready to say my granddad. My granddaddy always told me, if you wait to get ready, you ain't never gonna be ready. That you know,
Right?
my granddaddy told me that. You wait to be ready, goddamn, you ain't never gonna be ready.
No, but I'm really ready to do this. I'm ready. I got it. The body of it all set up. All I need is the
I
information
think
from the people
I
in our
think that
community.
that information start getting
Huh? What you
it don't
say,
matter if it's just
Gerald?
one page. I think that, as soon as the information start getting out, that's what it's gonna do. And I think that it will grow a lot also.
Oh yeah. It's
Agreed,
gonna
agreed.
I think it's not only gonna grow a lot, I think it's just gonna
As
bring us so
soon
much more
as
closer to each other.
information gets out to our people,
If we wait, we just gonna give the opposition more time to cut
Yeah,
us
we
and
down.
that's
just
the
keep
big,
waiting. I'm
We
tired
can't
of
wait. If we
waiting.
wait, then we gonna
I
get
think the
cut down.
information, and then
Yeah.
just to hand for them to read a different narrative, and I want to ask one thing too. One thing too, pictures of us being in a positive position, like not exactly a job or anything like that, but every time we could show each other in a positive position, like period, because
That
our
part.
pale face
That
is in a
part.
positive position. So
Mhm.
when you start to do this is imperative. Like the only way you could do it. The thing is to lift up above, and since you got something coming out, that should be the number one focus. Is to I need to be looked at like this, and like I don't know, that's just my. And I really think that like I said, if you're gonna put it out, the first whenever you want to put it out, it don't matter if it's one page. Just
We
what I'm
got to
saying, it
start
come
from
out the
somewhere,
first
but
thing,
I don't want to
and
wait.
then
I don't want to wait because
Yeah, me
waiting
either.
gonna
I
get
don't
us.
want to wait
I ain't with
either.
no. But see, I don't make no decisions, and I understand the business people behind it, and then it's gonna change, and it's going to change the name and stuff because of how you going right now. And what they're doing is stopping all of that. So I understand everything. So I just said as soon as you could get it, that's as soon as it need to be done. Period. It
Yeah.
should have been done yesterday. But
Yeah.
I understand everybody that you listening to right now. It's a reason. And sometimes you have to relationship not good for you, but we still go get in them and figure out it's not good for us. So I don't know how you want to go right there.
No, it's just that, it just comes from
So
being, in this community for a year and a half now. Some of y'all been here longer rolling, you know, and not one fucking thing has been done. And I'm just tired of waiting. It's amongst us, and it's the same 100, 200 people in the community. That's enough. I'm tired. It's time. It's time for the groundwork now. It's time for the groundwork. We have enough intelligent brothers to keep us, you know, uplifted with their information that they give us, like A1. It's time. So now it's time. It's boots on the ground. And the way we do it is online. It's just time that I'm ready to roll. I'm not. I'm not. Willie told me, he said, look, babe, go with the newspaper. Do it. So I'm gonna do it. Because it's running me crazy not to do it. And I'm taking his word. I'm gonna say, babe, I'm putting it out. I'm tired. Because this is what I do day to day. If I could do this shit at work for Paleface, I could do it for the people in my community.
Sister Bethy?
Hello. Hi.
Hi, can you hear me? Yeah,
Hi.
I was
What,
just trying to I
what's
was
your
trying to
name,
put the
baby?
thought out there.
What's
Well,
your
I'm the
name?
one named Rachel.
Rachel?
I said yeah.
Hi.
I always come in at Laura I1.
Well, I didn't see that.
Yeah. I
Okay.
always come in as that. But my name would be Rachel, and then I'm just trying to, put my voice out there, say about pulling together, all the artists, the poets. That's my field of knowledge. I have some understanding on that level, basic,
Okay.
yeah. But
Okay.
I'm just trying to. I still have to get myself together on the paperwork, on the the knowledge and everything. but I'm gonna keep pushing it, and you know, keep
Okay.
keep me in your thoughts.
Oh yeah, you got my email. I put that in the chat room. Put
I
my
didn't
email in the
see it
chat
when I
room.
was in. Okay,
Oh, okay. I'll put it out there
but
again.
I'm located in Florida. Some people already know
Oh,
that, but I'm just,
okay.
putting thought out there again.
Okay.
And I am looking forward to link up with, well, anybody in Florida, Georgia. I had a chance to, you get to know a couple of people, but I'm still learning. Hey.
We all gotta learn. This ain't no easy task. But when when we
Okay.
are
You
together,
said it right there.
when we are together and we work together, we become strong. Like A1, Chief, Aboriginal TV,
For
Power,
whatever
all them
for
brothers with
whatever
all this
reason,
knowledge. They help us.
sister, yeah. I
You know,
was
all they
saying that as sis. I was saying for whatever reason, I still look forward to building with folks. And like I said, I'm in Florida. I have people in Michigan. I have people in Detroit, Michigan. And then every now and again, I am able to travel. So I'm hoping
okay.
to, yeah.
Sync up. Oh, we
Hmm.
gonna make that happen. We got Chief with Tribe Up trying to set stuff up where we all meet in one solid location. That's gonna be even beautiful
We
when
were
all of
supposed
us
to
are
do
able.
that,
Well, that's what Chief is
sister,
working on now. Chief is working on that now.
but sister, that a while back.
But there's some
There was
discrepancies that
there
came
was
up.
a
He's working on it. Chief is working on that. And I'm an active member of
I
that,
hope
so
I really hope it happens. I do.
it will.
I
It
hope it
will.
happens because it was supposed to happen a little while ago. It was supposed to happen um a year ago, 2 years ago.
No, the big one is in October that he has planned. That's even going to be put in the newspaper, so everybody will have the information, meeting location, and everything. Chief got that on lockdown. Where we all finally get a chance to meet each other at a hall.
I
So
look forward to that. I really do.
I do too. That's what's going to be fun. But really, right now, my focus is to get articles that people want to talk about and share in this newspaper, and then I can get
Mhm.
it out in PDF format to people like yourself, and you can share it in Michigan with your people and keep sharing it because this information strikes up conversation amongst our people. And it really,
Yeah.
to me, knowing who you truly are and that the fact that you're not an African, that really did something to me mentally. Seriously. Not that I hate Africans, but it just feels good to know who I am and that this is my country. And it really changed the
And
way I think about things. It really changed the way how I look at our people. It draws more love to your people when you learn who you are.
and
And I think that's why.
sister,
Hmm?
I loved I had a chance to understand a little bit on one of the piece that she was talking about, and you had said that there's this lady. It was an elder, and on your, I don't know if it was your mother or your father's side, but one of the ladies had got buried by a chief, and then you was mentioning about how there was a somebody less melanated, whatever you want to call him. He was saying that that was his people's, his elders' grave site, but you
Oh,
had the
okay. That
chief
sounds.
saying,
That was an old show. I don't even want to go there. Right now, I'm focusing on
yeah,
the newspaper, sister. Really, seriously.
no, I'm just saying I enjoyed that you had sat there and vented off about that.
Well, it was the very true. But
Yeah.
anyway, it, I just want to keep the conversation.
about the
Yeah.
newspaper. So everybody in the audience, if you have an article that you want to write about and you feel good about, send it to me so I can incorporate it in this newspaper. But I'm really gonna close the show because I stayed on longer than I was supposed to because our Thompson one is getting ready to open up his page and talk about something interesting that I wanted to hear. It's about Negro, Indian, something like that, and I don't want to miss that. So if I'll be back on in the middle of the week to discuss this. I'm not gonna be coming on once a week. I think I'm gonna come on twice a week now because of the newspaper. So that's giving me more, work to do in our community. So, I have the newspaper and I have the genealogy. It's two things that I really, have a passion for. So that being said, nobody else not coming up on the panel. Um, I'm gonna ask Chief to close it out.
Sister,
Yes.
I just wanted to add one little tidbit. When you receive the email and everything from me, I'm gonna be doing some poetry, a little poetry build, and well, I know you'll love it, but you'll have an opinion on it. So I hope you enjoy quite well.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Yeah.
sister. I look forward to receiving it from you.
Okay.
Have a blessed
Bet.
evening.
Oh, I will.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
Hey,
Copper's Empress, can you please come up on the panel?
Sister Bethy, why, okay, you can call her up. I just wanted to say thank you for everything again. Um, I'm glad that I linked up. I appreciate you for your help and your I don't know, I don't have words for it, but um you was really into it and I really appreciate it. I think my grandmother enjoyed it and I'm gonna get off the phone and go call her, but um I just want to say thank you again and
Oh, you're welcome.
I, I'll be hitting you up. I think the newspaper is great. I might even have something to add to it. I don't know. I'm
Oh no,
working.
yeah, you better put an article in. I would stay on you. See, I got your number now, and I know
Uh,
your grand, and I know
Hey,
your
Oh,
grand, and I know
hey,
your
Sister
grandmother.
Bethy, I'm finna fall back too,
hey,
but I left my
that's
information in the back because I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring too, man. I'm gonna go ahead
Oh,
and
you
just
got
come
your
out my little.
information.
Yeah, I gotta
Oh,
drop my
nice.
information in the back for you. I'm gonna
Oh,
go ahead and throw my
cool.
hat in the
Okay,
ring, man.
I got it. Nice.
and
All
I
All
right,
can't
right.
all
stop
right.
you once you that's your Medea. I can't stop her from being your Medea. You know that, right? So
That's right.
hey, but I thank you. I'm gonna get off of here. I thank you everything for everything, Chief. I appreciate everything. We'll
Man,
be
no
linking
problem,
up.
man. Appreciate
You're
y'all, man.
welcome.
Appreciate the energy, man. Hey, shout out to Medea too.
Hey, thanks a lot. I tell
All
her when I
right.
talk to her later.
Yeah, man. I know she's sweet and tough at the same time.
She is
Yeah. Hey,
sweet.
we got Celestine. Celestine. That's how you spell it. That's how you pronounce it, sis. You muted. Hold on.
Oh,
Let me unmute.
her mic is muted.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, you won't unmute, sis. You try it.
Sister Celestine, your mic is muted. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
Oh,
There you
Okay.
go. Oh, you're muted again. You're muted again. We can't hear you. You gotta unmute your mic.
There you
That's
go.
better. There you go.
okay.
You got it.
Okay.
All right.
It sounds distorted on my end, but can you hear me clearly?
I can hear you very clear.
Okay. So I'm going to ask my question and then I'm going to myself out. In relation, I love the idea of the newspaper. I think it's great. Um, I just had a question. I had put it in the chat, but I guess so many comments come through. So I was wondering if it should say first American or first Americans with an S.
It's First Americans.
Well, first American, like, will be the proper announcement because it's the first
Right,
American
right. It's the
newsletter
first.
or newspaper. You know, I don't know what you got
That's
right
right.
there.
It's right the
Okay.
way it is. First American, right, Chief?
Yeah, American instead of Americans.
Right.
Yeah, it's American. Like we all Americans, but it's first
Yep.
American.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it's the newspaper. Yep. First American newspaper.
Yeah, first American.
Okay.
And I don't know if Rachel's still there. No, she's gone. Well, we definitely gonna really have we're really gonna do and there's really no excuse. No matter what the situation is or whatever, as far as the powwow, um, uh, or the conference or whatever, but we really gonna launch this one
Shit
this year.
happens. Shit
Really do it.
happens.
Right. Hey,
Yeah,
lady.
I mean, it's all about timing. It wasn't. Sometimes it's not about the right timing too. You know what I'm saying? And you know how you try to bring a lot of people together. It wasn't the right time, and that's all I say. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, the
Yeah.
community wasn't as fractured as it is right now. Let's be
Yeah.
clear. You know, Empress know that. Just being
Yeah.
around this long. You know what I mean? Like everybody was together at one point, and then now it's not. So
Yeah. Things
I
happen,
don't
and
know.
we had to put it up. Yeah. And some shit that went down. Well, we weren't expecting all the shit that went down like it did, but things happen.
You gonna give me an
Yeah.
Peace is the best.
Hey, sweetheart, I got your number, and you gonna give me some articles, right? I know you is.
I'm I'm gonna
I
have to
might
get
let
to
yours
it. I'm
be
dealing with
audio. I might let
uh
yours be audio, copper. Audio articles, so they can hit a
I
link and hear you
Hey,
tell
can
spilling
we have
out
like
my
specific
man, 'cause
topics? It's just like anything, or can we have like specific topics? Because
whatever
I
topic
would
you want,
I would want to do
whatever
like a food show or sex ed or something. I don't know.
whatever topic you want to put on it, I'll incorporate it in the article, and
That's what's up.
whatever topic you want.
well,
Yeah, I'll put it in the article where it needs to go. And if there's no section, that'll it'll be a section that I create. That's how you build it. It just keeps building and building. Yeah. You got to teach us
yeah,
about, Chief. You're going to teach us about your vegan diet.
Mhm. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm terrible.
You're going
Well,
to
Chief
teach
right
us
said
now,
about
y'all.
it.
Chief
Right
said he
now,
almost cheated on that chicken the other
I'm trying to
day.
get off
I
soda.
ain't giving
Yeah.
up my chicken. Yeah, I ain't giving up my fried chicken for nobody.
I'm
Chief
trying to.
almost gave the chicken up the other day.
Man, yeah,
Or,
man.
or
Almost
somebody
went
paid for it.
relapse, man. Almost
Oh yeah.
relapse. I seen that chicken. I was like,
Ah,
oh shit.
what
you
chicken?
Cause
play
it
too
was
much.
all big on my screen. I was like, whoa, wait,
When they were
What?
that look.
showing
It looks
legendary
so good.
top cat
Like
was
it
showing.
smelled good. Like it smelled
The
like it was smelled.
powwow. The black powwow
Yeah,
and the
yeah,
I'm sorry, the aboriginal powwow and the pale powwow. He showed the both of
yeah,
them. And
yep,
Chief almost jumped to the computer.
Man, I'd have had at least
I
lick
got
it. I'd at least
I
lick it a little bit, like
I'm
taste it a
gonna do
little
the
bit.
vegan for at least 2 months to get my trying to get my body back alkaline. That's what I'm trying to do.
Oh
Vegan.
Cause
yeah.
I could do that for 2
mhm.
months. I mean, I could go for 2 months without no chicken, but I'm coming back.
I'm doing it for some reasons that because my I'm going through something right now with my body, because these fuckers out here feeding us foods that's not real, and we eating this shit. This shit causes cancer and all kind of shit.
Yeah, it
So
does.
when your body
I
start
mean,
turning against you, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna have to take, and then I just miss my daughter as well. So yeah, me and her
well, man,
going
I'm
on
just
this
gonna tell y'all, man. I'm just gonna tell y'all, man. I was dealing with, a little high blood pressure years ago, man, and just diet, man. Just changing diet, can help something. But we run our blood pressure runs high anyway, so we can't
yeah,
judge ours off of theirs.
yeah,
But
it ain't just
I was a salt baby, you know what I mean, and sugar, you know what I mean. So yeah,
I'm a sugar. I don't care if I don't really have no salt. I don't eat pork. Really don't eat beef, but every blue moon. But I'm mostly chicken and turkey and fish.
well, I
Chicken
just
right
say this
here.
about chicken. I just say this about chicken, right? You know how like when you handle it raw, right?
I dropped
What do
my
you have? What do you have to do?
chicken. I clean
Rinse
it
it
with
off.
vinegar. I
chicken,
clean
your
mine with
vinegar,
vinegar
Oh, you use
your
vinegar,
vinegar,
bleach
either
vinegar.
lime.
and salt, and I
Okay.
squeaky
Mm,
clean.
Yeah.
But I do
okay.
know this
Mm.
girl who clean her chicken with dishwashing liquid.
So
That's
you
Oh
nasty.
no,
She clean
no
her
man.
chicken.
so you eat
This
that though.
girl, she
But you're
clean
gonna
her
eat that
chicken.
though.
She
But
You
clean
you're
her
gonna
clean it
eat
with
that.
chicken.
lime.
I swear
Do
for
you think
Clean
you
it
goodness.
with
cook
lime.
the poison away? Do y'all think y'all cook the poison away?
No,
If you
those
fry it, then
parasites
you
go
do.
into our body.
All right,
Even
I just
when you
wanted to.
Hey,
fry
I
it,
just wanted to let
hey,
y'all know that
Chief.
you didn't cook the
Hey,
poison
Chief,
away.
but check this out though. But now they doing that to all the green vegetables and all of that too. So I
Hey, you
see it
gotta
both
watch it.
ways
That's
the
a fact.
same
That's a
way.
fact. You might as well go
And
eat a
so
whole pork sandwich.
you know,
This is.
I think I, I still eat meat, but I think that we got to control our food source. Now, if you want that, what you're looking for,
There you
either
go.
meat or greens, we're gonna have to grow it or something. Like that's how I
Word.
feel
I'm
about
with that. I'm definitely with that. Growing your food.
it. And so when we start talking about this land, especially in Louisiana and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like we gotta go back to that.
man, y'all got some good ass
Yep.
food in Louisiana, boy, man.
Huh?
They can cook.
We
Mm-hmm.
definitely need to get back to doing what and you can't just say your ancestors, your grandmama and granddad, if they were still in the South, a lot of them still was farm. I grew up here in the South. My granddad and them still had a farm back in the 70s when I was a little girl. So
Word.
Wow.
That's a fact. I mean, we were not that far removed. Like they just got Piggly
nope,
Wiggly. That shit ain't
exactly.
like y'all tripping, man. Like niggas
I
wasn't.
actually I
You
actually
know what I'm
interviewed
saying?
somebody that um they family somebody had took their farm and they actually trying to get it back. I wrote dude number down and everything.
Yes,
Like I,
sir.
I actually be talking to
I
people,
know
you
some
know,
people. I know some people
and I
trying to
So
get
got their
their
so let
land
me
numbers.
back.
so do y'all think you know that this is the time right now though to get the stuff that we want politically?
Yep.
I do.
Every time
I
is
do.
the right time. Every time is the right time.
I
But
do.
yes,
We
of
want
course.
restitution,
Especially when
not
they
no
want our vote. I told y'all my vote is
reparation.
getting more expensive every day.
Yep.
They better go ahead and cash me out before it go up some more.
Well,
I'm
the
dead
way I
serious.
look
I'm
at it,
not
I
playing.
don't think we're supposed to be
I'm not
voting.
playing.
I think what we're supposed to be doing is having somebody sitting there at the table. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody have to speak for us, and for you to say like,
Word.
okay, so everybody on this panel get to speak for my family, but ain't none of them from here. We
Hell
don't
yeah.
share any of that. That's why I can't talk. I'm sorry, but that's why I can't talk to a pale. I don't know, but that's why I can't because there's no way that she could understand what I'm going through at all. She ain't gonna never understand.
I feel
Speak for
I,
me.
I
So I'm
feel
gonna
you,
go
sweetie. You ain't gotta
Nah, you
out
might
explain it.
find Beckyana,
Stop that shit. Stop that
Beckyana
shit,
out
find
there.
Chief.
whatever you want.
Ooh.
Stop that shit. Don't encourage
I'm
him.
saying though,
We got
I'm
enough that's
saying
doing it on their own.
so nah, that's never gonna happen. Like it's never gonna happen. What I'm saying is if you understand, listen, if you understand, like
I
how can
understand
she
what you're
understand
saying.
anything that I've been through if
Hey,
she never
it's
been
like
through
walking
it?
out the
My
womb and turn
grandmother
around
been
and
through
kicking it.
all kind of shit. They done
Hey,
stole our land and shit. So I'm gonna go get with the
hey,
She
white girl
can't.
that's gonna say, "Oh, my
hey,
father
it's
didn't
like
the
walking
one
out your
stole
mama's
our
womb and
land."
turn around and kicking it.
That ain't
Like, here, mama,
no.
thanks.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. And that's how it is. You literally coming up at your mama woman and say,
My
damn, whatever you've been through or your ancestors or our ancestors been through. It's basically what you're doing. You might well just throw your mama on over in the grave and kick some dirt on her.
God.
I'm just saying, because that's what you're doing. A lot of people don't believe that. And look, I want y'all, self-preservation is the first thing that we need to work on because every ethnic, that's what they thrive on. They thrive on self-preservation. And even with them taking our land from us and all that, it was about self-preservation. They know it didn't belong to them, but they didn't want to go back to poverty either. So, but you can't
Fact.
expect people that was
Because
they
that's
was
where they came
already
from.
warmongers. They was already warmongers. So it didn't take much for them to turn on us once they got over here and learned everything they need to learn because they already been doing that to each other. So how can we expect people that never had any morals or values teach you anything, and they have the nerves now to look down on you and point the finger at you like you're
Yep.
less than when they are
Exactly.
the true squatters. You're over here
Mm-hmm.
thinking you're the slave when it's them who's the squatter. They just came
Mm-hmm.
here, took your identity, and now they run around here talking about they Native American. Oh, every time you hear them say something on the news, the perfect American boy, the perfect American girl. What the?
Exactly.
No, the perfect
And
English.
that's who you want to represent me. That's who
They
y'all
ain't
want to represent
representing
me
me.
in the House or in the Senate or as a president. It
Oh,
got it gotta have an Aboriginal president. And if y'all doing anything, yeah, if I'm right, you only hold on. This is my understanding of everything y'all doing. So all the citizens, right? It, there are citizens, and then there are people that are indigenous. So you can only run the citizens. So how much land do y'all supposed to have? How much
Exactly.
control do you supposed to have over a couple blocks in Washington D.C.? Now I'm just looking at all the information y'all doing. I haven't did any research, but I'm just coming with some like understanding. Like that's what I'm saying. So you can't possibly represent me, or I need somebody up there with you that's gonna. I don't know.
See, like me, I'm still doing my genealogy because I'm trying to get everybody on all sides of my. See, like
yeah.
I did with a friend of mine the other day because he's good at that. You know, he helped because he had got off from work early, so he said, "I help you do some of it." I found my granddaddy on the Trails of Tears, my third great granddaddy in Oklahoma. Found
Wow.
him, and
See?
he's right there on the Indian census.
Yeah. My
So
grandfather's on the Indian census. My grandfather on my father's side, he's on the Indian census roll, Seminole. And
see,
on
that's
my mother's
that's on
side,
my mom's
Cherokee.
side. I'm
Yep.
in a nation through my mom's dad's side, but we on the Cherokee on my he's on the Cherokee on my mom's side, but on my mom's dad's side is why I'm in the Saponi Catawba Nation. But yeah, I want to do it all. I want to do my dad's side. I want to do it
Mm-hmm.
all. I don't want to leave nobody out because I know the truth. I stay over on Facebook arguing with these paying boo boos, putting
Oh
them in their
God.
place. You're not gonna sit here and tell me with this lookership shit. You're no better than the colonizers when you come with that lookership. Talking about that, we all come from Africa. Y'all are so slow. Y'all actually letting people box y'all in with this mentality that y'all claim that y'all woke. Like I keep telling y'all niggas ain't woke. Y'all niggas just laid in the bed with one eye open, and y'all swore y'all done learned something. Just go back
Mm-hmm.
to sleep. Don't even get out the bed. Go back to sleep and leave the world alone because you ain't doing nothing but misleading the people. That's all
Hey,
you doing.
Right.
Y'all ain't
we
saving
we've been
nobody.
we've been misleading people in the hood for a long time. And for real,
Facts.
if you want to say was let me see how I want to word it. If you want to say was woke right now, if you don't have um um
I don't
your
even call it in
Aboriginal
woke.
card, if you don't have your Aboriginal card and walking in a certain kind of direction, understanding the law and how you're supposed to be walking, you are not woke right now.
It ain't even woke.
That's
I
what woke.
call it
Hold on,
But
that's
not,
irrational.
woke right
but
now.
that's the thing. We don't want to be a
That's woke
part
right
of.
now.
We don't
We
want to
don't
be
want
a
to
part of the federally
woke.
recognized tribes. No,
You know
because
what? I don't even like to use the word woke because they kind of push you with the conscious community. I prefer to
Mhm.
say enlighten with the truth.
I'll
Because
take
if
that.
you the conscious community has been misleading us for 100 years. For those who didn't know, I've been knowing who I was since I was a little girl. My grandma and them at every family union every year in March. They would have a family union because my great grandma was still living in her birthday. Matter of fact, her birthday is the 3rd of March. We would have our family reunion. And they would always have the tree up there, who she was, who her parents was, and it has big as that. At the bottom of the tree was Cherokee. So it was never that we didn't know. I just didn't know how important it was to say that I'm Cherokee. We all just went along with the status quo. I'm black. Knowing good well, you
Yeah.
look at your skin, your damn ass ain't black. But see, that's how they misleading you. Now you know you'll do better. These niggas know the word black, what it stands for. It's actually making you a slave of United States corporation. They know that's a target on your back. But do you think the conscious community is teaching these people that? No, they keep sending and putting out posts and stuff talking about support black businesses. Bitch, who's supporting a dead business?
Yep.
You're making yourself literally illegal to your own land by claiming
Exactly.
And what about how Bloomberg talking about helping the black community and helping multiply homes being owned and businesses being opened and all that shit? Because
yes,
once we get settled, we're gonna do it anyway, and then they're gonna try to
we don't need.
gentrify us again and close it down if we don't
First of
connect like
all,
we're supposed to. So
all
I
this
don't know.
stuff is a matrix. You're not included because we're not citizens of their bullshit. They just using you to make you think that you are part of their society. We're not
What?
included in their society, and
So,
we need to
so
quit
Right.
acting like we're included.
okay,
Because
so
first
so
of all, in this illusion, the president is selected, he's not elected. They know that if they want Trump to run to be in there again next year, he's gonna serve it. And they don't give a damn how many of y'all go down there standing in that long ass line talking about I vote first, a fucking stick on your chest. What the fuck have it done for you for the last goddamn it 50, 60 years? You done voted first, and your ass still in the same predicament that your damn ancestors was since 1492. So
see,
what does it
I agree with everything you're saying. What I'm saying is when you get him in front of your people and the people that's going to vote and they telling them that and they misleading them. Now that's what I'm talking about. I don't care about them. I was saying
I
how
tell
people
them like
get
I
up
tell
there
my
and
own
they
people. I tell them the
Huh?
same thing. Y'all can keep believing this matrix ass bullshit you living in. When they show you every time when they get in the goddamn office, they ain't gonna do shit for you because they know that you're not a citizen of their shit. That's just to
Right.
make you feel like that, really to keep you with that black and African American bullshit.
and
To
but
keep
Yeah.
see
you a slave
that's
to that
kind of what I'm
corporation.
saying. That's kind of what I'm saying, but he's saying like they looking for the black vote, like that's a suck in like mechanism, and that's what they.
Oh,
You get what I'm
uh,
saying? That's and a kind of
how
suck in
you
thing.
looking for
That's
the
what the
black vote?
newspaper's supposed to do. It's supposed to
Okay,
stop against some of the stuff. Like it's supposed to help, prevent some of the. It's supposed to block some of them from going that way. Like, hold on, they giving me some more information over here, and that's when the narrative starts changing.
see, the
That's
thing is, by them telling you you black, that making you think that you're actually, because you are playing a part once you claim it black, African American, you're claiming to be the a slave to their corporation, which has no standing in law. And a lot of these people that's running, they're either lawyers or motherfucking their own businesses. And you know the lawyers know that black means no standing in law. So when he's telling you they need more black voters, what dead person you done seen standing up in the line talking about he's voting? He done got up shit sharp up out of his casket coming to vote for some damn back.
And
They
that's
know that
exactly what all
And
of it
they're
is. When I
and
when I
they're
looked at that bill the other day, that law bill, I think it was a law bill. That's exactly what you are when you walk in front of them. You're a dead man walking until you go and
dead
say,
man
"This who I
walking.
am. This who I
yep,
am right here."
yep,
Until you
yep.
go
Yeah.
do that, I'm pretty
And say
much
who you
whatever.
is.
Like that's what I get out of it. I
And
don't
the
know.
sad part is, it ain't just us to think we let people call us black. Then you call it white or pale faces, white people. Now I have a white car. I ain't seen not one damn so-called white man look like the white like out there in my damn car. That
I
Negro
did.
is pale, or that Negro is of a pinkish color. His ass damn sure ain't white. And he'll
Hey,
holler, I'm white. What the fuck you mean you white, Negro? You know, all
and
this stuff.
they gotta
And if
get
you
in the
really
sun to
truly,
look like us. They gotta go in the sun to try to look like us, and they burning up.
yeah, that part.
Catch a
That
cancer.
part.
You catch cancer trying to be like us, look like us.
But they got other ways to give us counsel.
I
We
know.
supposed to sit. We
With
supposed
their
to sit in
nasty
the sun.
food. With their
Yep.
nasty food.
We supposed to sit in the sun. We need that vitamin D. And
Yeah.
people think they blocking out the sun. They are actually sitting here blocking out the sun because they know that right there kills off cancer and all other kind of diseases that plagues this plane. They know that, and that's why
While
they
we
spend
talking about it,
billions of dollars blocking it out to save they motherfucking asses.
And I really think they putting them um viruses out like coronavirus is genocide because
Oh
China got too
yeah,
many damn people.
listen. Well, I remember when the first shit hit the fan, I went to research. Don't y'all know the coronavirus is in the 1828 dictionary? That's how long this shit been around. So what that tell you?
Exactly. Genocide.
so
Genocide.
I be talking to somebody that really be talking noise and like going against everything. They said the coronavirus. They was like, well, it's a different strand, and man, come on, man, knock
Just
it
like
off.
with just like with AIDS. Now AIDS got all these different strands and stuff.
Right,
These different
right.
strands you get to live
Listen,
and
y'all.
stuff.
Anytime
Mhm.
they say something new come out, it's because they done up the shit in the goddamn lab and they releasing it on you.
That's right.
How you gonna say something is new? How the fuck you know it's new?
This what
Unless
I,
your
I
ass
want to make
made
y'all
it.
laugh right quick. When the coronavirus first came off, I seen the people coming off the plane, right, and they had these little uh fire extinguisher things like spraying them off, right,
Mhm.
and so I'm like, okay, so you talking about it come out the back of your throat? Why they got the mask on and they spraying off the body? Like you need to pull the mask off and
All
spray in the
this
back of
shit
that
is
throat right quick.
lights. It's
I need you
lights,
to spray in
camera,
the back of that
action.
throat though, because you spraying the
Exactly.
outside of their body. And okay, so another thing. So if it's in the body, I see them walking with bags. So you ain't gonna spray in the bags either. So they get to half of this stuff balled up in the bags, and that stuff don't get sprayed off. But they saying that it's on you, so they spraying you, and your throat
Mhm.
covered up. So I don't know. I think it's all just a big old thing to
And
show people
if
show and
anybody
tell.
got
It
some
was
old
funny.
Lysol
It
cans,
was funny.
if anybody got some old Lysol cans, go and look at it. It's on the back of the damn Lysol cans with the damn what's that damn flu that came? They try to make like it was new. The
H1N1 or something.
all that shit been out
Yeah.
forever. All they
Yeah.
do is up the antidote and release it again on the goddamn public. That's all the
Yeah.
fuck they do.
But my thing is this. So you said it came off in China, right? Wherever it came off from. How do it get across these borders? I don't
Shit,
get it.
damn.
Like, cause I got a
Them.
problem with that
Because
because
they
when you
all
say
look, let me tell y'all something. If y'all actually believe that America and China and all these people are really beefing, they're not beefing. Only beef they have is who's gonna take America first and who's gonna get to keep it. That's the only beef that these motherfuckers have. Because
My
anything
grandma
else is lights, camera, action.
I
my
be really
grandmother
looking at y'all bills, they already got it split up. The light
my
skin go up
grandmother
north and the dark skin go down south. That's
Mm-hmm.
that's how they got it split up already. I was looking at somebody build. I don't know who it was. Shout out though.
uh, my
Yeah,
grandmother my
all
grandmother
this. Uh-huh.
my grandmother
What you say?
told me when I was young, like I think I was about 14, she would always tell us, she said that they brought the Chinese people here to kill us. Because look at how many fucking Chinese
Yep.
restaurants in all the neighborhood. And my grandmother said,
Yep.
I ain't buying, my grandmother, she,
Look.
old fashioned lady. She'd be like, I don't trust them slanted eye motherfuckers no further
No
than I see them. And she said they was
facts.
brought here to kill us. Because they put us,
Facts. And
they
she ain't
all in
lying.
our community.
I
Every
don't
other
even know what
block,
Chinese food
yeah,
tastes like, y'all.
every
I've
other
never
block
had
is the
it.
Chinese restaurant. I don't fuck with their food.
I've
I
never
just
had
What?
can't.
it. I've never
No.
had the
Y'all.
desire for that shit. I used to tell my
Mm-mm.
daughter and them all the time when they say, I say, y'all keep eating that dog and cat and shit. You see the dogs and cats is coming up missing in the neighborhood. Y'all keep on playing with them.
Yeah,
I
we
ain't
ain't got
touching
no
See, there
that
y'all
cats
shit.
go
running
with that
around the
bullshit.
neighborhood. I don't eat. I ain't.
Chief,
There
you
y'all
don't
go
Y'all
with
eat
that
keep
it. What's the
bullshit.
problem?
I remember
Chief,
when I was a little girl. See, I used to I remember when I was a little girl and I used to watch the Three Stooges when they used to work in the fucking Chinese restaurant. They were showing y'all then when y'all every time he hit like he was hitting some meat in a bar or in a meow. I was like, what?
Nah, stop
You
playing,
know
man.
what?
Stop
I
playing.
swear to God, go and look at the old Stooges. Every time they was working in the Chinese restaurant, they cutting up the meat, and every time they hit the meat with the meat cleaver in a bar or it'll say me home. I was like, are
You
they
know
eating
what?
home?
Nah, y'all did wrong. Nah, nah,
Hey,
no,
hey,
no.
but I don't
Here's
really think
one.
nothing wrong with anything. Like, so people eat different stuff in their community, right? That's just what
Mm,
it is.
Yeah,
But
niggas be
but
eating
when you start
everything.
pushing it off on people, that's when the problem come in. And we need to know
well,
who
they
cooking our
actually
food.
eat.
Cause y'all know
We
They
y'all was
got
eating
everybody
dog
certain
in the
need to cook
hood.
Chinese.
our
Don't
food.
play. We call it coons. Nigga have greyhound
Mm,
skin on the side of the road. I'm from
yeah,
Mississippi. So you driving on the side of the
yeah.
road, your people pull over. I'm terrified. I'm a little boy. I'm like, we got that at the house. It's just
But they got
you gonna put that.
roadkill.
I never man, look, I'm telling you, eating they call it coon. That was a dog. That was a whole dog.
Yes.
But here's the thing though, right? I just seen something on Facebook last week, right? I wanted to show it. So anyway, it was a dog. This person was standing in line with this dog, and they were processing other dogs to kill him. And the dog was just sitting
Hmm.
there shaking, and the people was walking by like just filming and laughing at the dog. They was like, "This is cruel and unusual punishment," because the dog knew he was going to go die. That's crazy though. These animals know, y'all. It's like if you have an animal, if you have a dog, right? You could talk to your dog. You say, "Hey, sit, boo boo," or go over there, pick up something, bring your slippers, right? That means that dog is communicating with you. Okay. These dogs and animals know when
Our
y'all eat
ancestors, y'all,
chickens and
they
stuff.
was
Y'all
not that
come
cruel
on,
to
leave me alone.
animals, Chief. After our ancestors killed, after they killed the animal, they did pray for the animal before they
That's right.
ate it.
We sorry for
So
eating
they
y'all.
did
Yeah,
do
we
that.
need you this winter. Sorry,
Yeah, there you
we
go.
need this
We need
fur.
you.
We need this. Yeah, we gonna give it back. But yeah, we
Yeah.
ain't like them. Came and just kill them and pile them up on top of each other to stop us from having an ecosystem.
Yes.
Hey, listen,
And that's, they make like real savages. But if you go
facts.
anywhere they have been to, any uh part of this earth they've been to, they have came, killed, and slaughtered. But we're the savages. And not only did they come, kill, and slaughter, they came and did it in the name of the Jesus that y'all love so much. So, like I'm gonna tell y'all, y'all ain't gotta like what I gotta say, and y'all know I don't care because I'm straightforward. If you believe in Christianity at this point, you're part of the people that's out here slaughtering that believes in gentrification and gentrifying of your people. Y'all believe in all that. Y'all believe in the killing of your people because that's what they came here for. They came in the name of Jesus to slaughter you if you did not take on Christianity. So you're no better than the ones that's up there pushing rape, pedophilia, genocide, homicide, all these things that's happening to our people. That is part of the Christianity that you took on, and these are all fakes.
Well, you need to write that article on that topic so I can put it in the newspaper. I'm
And
putting
I will
everything in
gladly
that
read it.
newspaper.
I'm
I'm
gonna
putting
read it
every.
too.
I'm serious. I'm putting everything. I'm not putting no
I'm gonna
restrictions
read
on
it.
the newspaper. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not. Our newspaper I think will be better than any newspaper out because we going hard. We putting anything in it, and I don't give a fuck if no. I don't care if nobody don't like our newspaper and what's coming out of it. Prove us that we
No,
wrong.
you know what?
Prove us that
We
we
don't
not the original
have.
people. Prove
They
to us
they
we
they
not.
get on the news and bash us all the time. Have y'all noticed every time one of us do something, they show your face. Every time one of them do something, they don't show the face.
Okay, so now we start showing the face. We start
Facts.
showing the face because it's the same thing.
I'm showing
Like
my
I
face. I
always
don't
just
have
want to
nothing to
show.
hide.
I told you put us
Mm-hmm.
as positive on there at all times. I ain't gonna say knock
Yep.
nobody for real if they don't deserve it,
Look,
but I'm
look.
saying put us
I'm gonna
positive.
tell
Now that's
y'all.
what I am gonna say.
This
Period.
is what I don't look. Look, this is the only people I bang on is the Pan Africans. Now,
That's a
I
good
know we have
thing.
some I know we have some fucked up people over here in this community. Trust me. That's why I said we need our own government and our own police departments. You
Yeah,
get
we do.
tried and jury by your own people, judged by your own people, and you be sentenced by your own people. But now I don't want to sentence you here on no motherfucking internet. If you did some fuck shit, we're gonna handle you in the motherfucking back. Cause guess what? The pale face, the Chinese, and all them, they handle their shit in the back. They don't do it all up here for the motherfucking internet. We already bashed by the rest of the motherfucking world. Why do we have to do that same dumbass shit? Only reason why I bang on the motherfucking Pan-Africans because you're misleading the people. Some of y'all may be African, but everybody ain't no goddamn African. And quit trying to place all melanated people from one fucking continent with your dumb asses. That's the
Mm-hmm.
problem I have with y'all. You won't let people think for themselves. You're misleading people. If you supposed to be so fucking conscious, that means you're supposed to allow people to be free thinkers, to think on it. They ain't have to think the same as you. But the thing is, you won't even allow them just to do their fucking family tree without you hollering some fucking DNA like they can actually trace back to the beginning of time.
Exactly.
This planet has no beginning of time. We have always existed here. So if you think some damn motherfucker that's been up in the mountain that you claim for hundreds of thousands of years that can come here and tell you when the fuck you came from, where you been at, where your ancestors been at, something is dead. I mean, it's something that's really mentally wrong with these Pan-Africans. And that's a fact. Something is damn wrong with y'all. Out of one breath, y'all said that they was caught up in the goddamn mountain and lost their pigmentation, and they was up there for hundreds of thousands of years. Also, they just walked out and said, well, we need to go tell these black people where they really from, and we need to let them know, who they people are. Then you say, well, they came over there and conquered all of us and brought us up out of Africa, so they know where. Are y'all serious? Y'all niggas are more motherfucking confused than Trump dumbass is.
But Miss Copper Empress, look, I think that you got to let them rock out, and until March the 31st, they gonna get it off and get a better voice if somebody want to listen. But I think the more this direction, like just to say a newspaper and to have that type of paraphernalia out like that, you know what I'm saying? Controlling your narrative like that, like, you know what I'm saying? I think it put you on a whole different playing field right here. You know what I'm saying? So when I ain't with arguing too much. I can't talk loud and argue like that. You know what I'm saying? And so you get what I'm saying? Like this, like I got you. Like that's what you for, right? But what I'm saying is,
hey, shots fired. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I get you.
People think so. I hear people holler, but people be coming because they be up on the internet, so they think they can do. If anybody, y'all come across anybody that know me right here in Nashville, Tennessee, they'll say that's her. Always been her all her life. I ain't finna sugarcoat shit for no damn body. Why should I sugarcoat shit? Life ain't no sugarcoat.
Nah, we did enough sugarcoat, and that's the truth. That's why I said when I say I'm gonna do something, I'm going for it.
I guess what I'm saying is like the Pan-African movement, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't too much arguing that you could do. Like the argument Ben should have stopped. When I look at your information, I haven't seen any information like that in this community, like it is in this community. So you don't even have to argue. And then when you start putting out paperwork and stuff like that, like
and they still disrespect. Wait a minute. That's what I was talking about. I'd be over there on Facebook arguing with these ignorant.
but see, listen.
Paperwork. Basically, you telling me that my great grandmama and my grandmama was liars. That's a spit in my motherfucking face. When you say
they're saying about their own grandmamas.
My granddaddy don't know shit.
They're saying about their own grandmamas.
They don't care though.
So they don't know yours and they know theirs, and their grandmama was telling them stuff the whole time. So what the ironic thing about this whole thing is that they have successfully said, okay, well, this is the way we're going to do it. Even if we can trace our own families back to this land, just like everybody else, we're going to use the DNA test to take us across the water. Y'all understand what I'm saying? When they know that these names are, I'll give y'all a perfect example, right? Sub-Saharan.
That's their favorite thing.
That's a fantasy because now, right? Wouldn't Luzia, Naya be Sub-Saharan? That's what I'm saying. We got a Sahara Street here in Las Vegas, right? So South Sahara, would that be Sub-Saharan, right? You know what I'm saying? So like they use so many dumbass terms, y'all. Even when they tell y'all that Luzia and Naya resemble, Africans, modern day Africans, Australians, Australoids, right? Aboriginal Australians, as well as Polynesians, right? And Micronesians. What they're not telling you is that all these people, Polynesian, Micronesian, all these people are Negroes.
Yeah.
We got to stop playing, stop going back and forth with this. Like the brother said, like that's why even when I'm supposed to be talking to scholars, right, or even when people that challenge me, right, come on here and talking dumb, right, I'm like, yo, first off, you have to know what you're talking about before you come on here talking to me. That's why it's not a debate. That's why I get pissed off because I'm first off, if we're having a conversation, we have to be able to say, yes, this is right. No, this is okay. It's a theory of fact. If it's not, then everything that you say out your mouth that's attached to that theory and hypotheses is pseudo, fam. We only can go with the bones that we have here in North America, in the artifacts that we have here in North America, in the actual records that we have here in North America. We know that these people have came here and changed, whitewashed everything. Literally just say, you know what? We're going to write these people out of history by just saying two words. African American, right, is one. Christmas addicts, African American. And then the Native Americans, right, is another one. So they could use African and Native and make two different distinct people just by two different words that they put in a time period that didn't exist, like the 1700s. So when they talk about African Americans existing in the 1700s, when this so-called country that we're under right now was formed, right, they're liars. If they tell you that Native Americans existed in the 1700s, we're not talking 1700 BC, we're talking just 1700, a couple years, 100 years ago, okay? If they tell you that Native Americans existed in the 1700s in the forming of this country, they will be lying to you. But the problem is when you're getting something that was written in 2001 by somebody who has a eugenic agenda to whitewash history, right? And he tells you that, oh, this Paul Cuffey or even Christmas Addicts was American, well, African and mixed with Native American. That would make him an African American. Y'all see how they created this whole term in a time period that didn't exist? Like, y'all see what they're doing? Like, and so when I see smart ass fuck niggas come with that same talking point, I'm like, yo, where we at right now? I promise y'all, if we were all in the same fucking room, bro, it'd be hands and feet, be put on air. I'm telling y'all, even if I was in a position where I was gonna get my ass kicked, just the fact that I could just do it, just to jab a few of them and up, well, a lot more than I do, a lot more than that. But y'all follow what I'm going with? I really would. I would be satisfied sitting in a jail or in the hospital, whatever happened. I'm cool with it. But you're not gonna be in this bitch lying to us in our face like this, especially when we've been doing this for years. I can't even imagine being a Pan-African right now. I promise, I couldn't. If I was one of them fuck ass niggas, can you imagine? They have to be in a meeting like, yo, damn, we don't know what we can do with these niggas.
We had that Negro MBK we got that group over on Facebook called the Final Battle of Indigenous Americans, which I mean, nobody started that group but a bunch of Pan-Africans. What they did, they tried to lead us in there so they could like debate us and shit. This nigga MBK posted in it. Did nobody even hit like on the goddamn post or anything? Negro, don't nobody give a fuck about you or your fucking black business. Nobody. I'm not supporting your shit. I was in there arguing with another Pan-African. This nigga tried to tell us that we're African. Get over it. I said, bitch, I got my motherfucking papers. I know who the fuck I am. I did my motherfucking genealogy. I said, you don't have no motherfucking proof of who you are. This nigga said he's B1, E1. I said, you gonna get your ass up. I said, where that tree at? I don't want to hear none of that. Show me that tree. Nigga keep talking about, I know who I am. You don't know who the fuck. Y'all niggas love to romanticize it. I blocked his ass and I blocked another bitch. Came I said, please,
I mean, yo, man.
I block like I play football. I ain't gonna play with none of them. My bloodline for debate. As soon as I go and comment, I go see who you following. And I see you got a whole bunch of Pan-Africans blocked. I ain't got time for you. I know I probably done blocked about 1,000 of them in that group alone.
Hey, I love following Africans. I like following Africans, like real Africans in Africa and shit.
We got a couple real Africans in there. We got a couple Africans. We got a couple of them change their name to African. I'm like, nigga.
Nah, I want the real ones. I fucks with the real ones.
The real ones. Because I got one in there, he put their asses in their place. He let them know they don't know what the fuck they talking about. He tells us, he said, y'all are Americans.
I mean, I think it's weird. I think it's weird. But look, the only thing they don't have to do is just try to put us in their boat. They want to be on Kunta's boat. You get in that boat. You go be that shit. But what you're not gonna do is continue to tell these babies that they some Africans. That's what you're not gonna do.
Not my babies.
You're not gonna do that. Nobody's babies. Fuck that. We're not about to do that. So
the line is drawn.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You ain't gonna be over here lying to the babies.
It done got down to putting the stick on the shoulder right now, bitch. Knock it off so I can fuck you up. Just knock it off.
I'm so glad Black History Month over though.
That's the first thing I posted on the 29th.
I was like, shit.
This damn I don't know what to do. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, there's so many people was over there taking pictures with dashikis on, and I said, this dumb shit is really.
Man, they gave them niggas an extra day too. I was like, leave here.
That part.
And
then I went in, I started posting all kind of motherfucking shit. I said, I deal with facts over feelings. I'm putting all kind of shit up. I don't give a fuck about it. I posted it last year. I'm reposting it because you niggas are dumb.
Dumb.
And them sisters with them African outfits on. These are the ones that kill me. Big yellow outfit. You know what I'm talking about? They wear the hat to go with it. Twist it up.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I was like,
I posted this video of us crip walking today. I posted some videos earlier this morning of crip walking. Of course, you know we had some Native Americans beside it. Showing you this is American. Crip walking is American. It is not no goddamn African Black Power banger. If I ain't African, I'm a Crip or a Blood. Nigga, that's all American. Show me one Crip. Show me one Crip over in Africa. Show me one Blood over in Africa.
I bet you they got some now. I bet you that. I bet you.
Oh yeah, because a couple of
I can guarantee you.
Colonizing.
Nah, you know some niggas are in the army, some shit like that, and like they'll be on the bases. Like, man, we about to set up Hoover over here, nigga. It's going down. Hey, but look, I don't have a problem with this, y'all. I'm that guy once again. But once again the antidote is in the poison. Everything's exposed now. So what do we do?
Use it.
You say, you have to use
Everything
it.
Is a tool.
Right. Absolutely. Because they're using the frequencies against us. They're using the frequencies against us. All right, now I'm gonna tell y'all the story, right? The reason why I retired from the music business a few years back was because I wanted to do, and it wasn't like nobody stopped me, but no artist wanted to be a part of the project. I wanted to do the KKK project, right? It was called the Cracker Killer Project with a K, Cracker Killer Project, right? Well, KKK Project. Anyway, the concept is, right, instead of us killing a genocidal record, right, a genocidal album or project, you know what I'm saying? If you have to kill somebody, you have to rape somebody, you have to hate somebody outside of your immediate race that supports your music. Because I never understood the concept. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm talking, I used to be in studios where I'm talking to people, and it just really turned me off because I don't want to work with you because you don't want to. You want to kill your own people, but you don't want to kill them. So you don't want to kill no crackers, but you want to kill niggas.
Exactly. So what you're saying is you just psychologically did it. You wasn't like telling them to do this. You was just posing the question like.
No, I was really trying to do it. I was really kill crackers. Every song, like you kill some crackers, kill some everybody else. Go kill some essays, kill everybody else but black people. Do you understand the point? What I'm saying though, the political manifesto. What I'm saying though in this record, this project, I couldn't even get a song done, let alone get the whole project done.
So listen.
Wasn't that on Living Color, Kill Whitey?
Yeah, no, it was like I said, it wasn't really about going and doing that, but they found it offensive to go kill white folks as opposed to killing black people. I said, well, who do you make your music for? They said, well, black people, because you're obviously not making this music for crackers. So why wouldn't you kill crackers? You understand what I'm
what?
saying?
Exactly.
That
So let me
part.
help you out.
Exactly.
Let me help
Fuck
you
out
out,
of
Chief.
here. Yes,
Let me
sir.
help you out, Chief. So you were saying like you're a pro-lifer, and if somebody was to was to be gay, then they won't pretty much be promoting life. Like you would kill your bloodline right there. So you telling me if you put out music too, then you kill the person that you putting out the music to. How you gonna have anybody to put out music to?
Yeah.
Well,
And you
I don't
killing the
know. It was
people you
a,
selling the music
You
to.
killing your customers, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's
I mean,
same.
I don't know. Like they say that they make their music for their people, but they
People.
want to sell it to white people. I don't know.
Now they
I
not
don't know
selling it to white
what they
people.
ultimately, I don't want to work with you. You understand what I'm saying? I
See,
used to tell
the
niggas, if you
thing
don't want to
is,
be Tupac and Biggie in this bitch, get out of here. You understand
see,
what
the
I'm saying? If
thing
you
is,
don't want to die, you gotta go. Cause I'm doing this to die. Like you understand what I'm saying? This is life or death.
yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? And there's too many of us here. I'm telling you, bro.
See,
Music
this
business
is
is
what
worse
they
than the crack
doing.
business. I tell niggas go in the
This
crack
is
game
what
if I
they
go into the
doing.
music business.
As long as you promoting, hating your own people, killing off your own people, selling drugs to
Right.
your own people, you can put out an album. But if you gonna say kill crackers, sell the dope to all the crackers, all that, I don't know. You can
But it was a self button that was already in these artists. It was already in
yep,
them.
yep,
I didn't have to, nobody even had to tell them. It was already inside their body.
yeah, because we've
Okay?
been taught to hate others, our
Like,
own
oh
people, and to love those
no,
who don't look like us.
that part. And that's what turned
Hey,
me off from the music
hey,
business, y'all.
I
Like I
actually
was
think that
done.
what
Couldn't
Sister
do it.
Bethy was saying earlier, I think that what she was saying earlier, though, for real, like when people are playing it right beside you, I think that it's a lot of them right here in our community beside us that kick up a little dust, and like the right people and the wrong people get it, and it just do the wrong thing, like negatively in our community. Like I think they are really close to us, and it's hard to identify them. They was always the ones like that. They probably had the smoke or the car or something, you know what I'm saying? But they was able to kick up enough dust just to keep confusion. And sometimes they like she said, they're attached to certain families and stuff. I kind of had got a whiff of somebody that was close to one of my peoples up here in Kansas City, and I just looked at it like, okay, well, he like so they were saying that he was a family member, but then when I was talking to a family member, they let it slip on who they really was, kind of sort of, and then I was like, okay, damn. So you know what I'm saying? I think that we really is really deeper than what we might say it is. Like they might have been around a long time, you know.
See,
So
I'm gonna
I don't
tell
know.
you, like Tupac was giving you motive. He would say shit, but and all in the same breath, he's telling you to love who you are and that y'all are kings. Y'all know he's dropping jewels to you all at the same time. They don't want no Negro like that. There's you can't be boosting up your people because this
It's
is
too many of us though at this point though.
making their living.
It's too many of us though. You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
And we can't put all that on a 25-year-old shoulder. Tupac died at 25. Let's go back to
yep.
this. Okay. So let's remember this. He was a teenager, you know what I'm saying, and you know, a young man when he transitioned. So point being is that what we thought at 25, we don't think at 35 or 45, 50. So, you know,
Facts.
Tupac will have a whole different mindset right now. You know what I'm saying? Just like
Yeah,
a
well,
lot of teachers, if Martin Luther King would have still been here, Malcolm X would have still been here, whatever, what would they think about us? What would they think about you know, the individual, let's just say,
we fucked up.
so-called, not even like content providers, not even bigger than content providers, just people that's really doing the work. What would they think? And that's how we got to really, you
I'm
know what
out
I'm
here
saying?
reading the chat. I'm
What they
out here
talking
reading
about?
in the chat, and Tom Hardy said a lot of these rappers ain't from America. Then where they from? Because
Hey, hey,
the
I
surrounding
agree.
islands, the surrounding
Yeah,
islands
that's
is
ours
America.
too. That's ours
That's
But
too.
what
out.
about hold on, but what about people like and I don't know. I agree with what
21
he's saying.
Savage is ours. Shout out to 21
I
Savage.
I agree with what he's saying though. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of them not from here, but when they go get them and not knowing the culture, and they get them to come buy into this,
all these
to
ones
buy
that
out
y'all
of being
think that's
us
from the
and to do
islands,
their
they are
agenda.
Everybody,
Americans. Those
yeah,
people from the islands are American Indians.
See, I'm not going to
yeah,
refute any of that. See, but what I'm saying is, if they
yeah.
could go and take somebody without the understanding that's here, like having been here for these
They not
years.
the people on the
Hold on,
islands
just stay
know.
with me. Just stay with me. Stay with me. So, like the different stuff that we was going through, right? If they come go get somebody from somewhere else and bring them over here with promises, then they don't know what we went through. So they don't have the understanding that we have. So they're using them against us to an extent. Like for real,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Until they wake up and
Well,
somebody tapped them on the shoulder,
But don't
like
you
you could
know the
bring somebody.
islands got more history? The islands know more about their history than we did.
But see,
They knew
Exactly.
they
well,
was
but
still,
They
they
what about
knew
do.
the
they
people
was
that are
still
rappers
American
that didn't come
Indians.
from the islands though? All rappers don't come from the islands though. That's what we saying.
I mean,
So
but once again, though, I still feel like we putting too much on the shoulders of just rappers. Rappers are just regular people. You know what I'm saying? What about just the regular people in the community? You know what I'm saying? Like we gotta, you know, we can't put it all on them. I mean, yeah, they got a couple more dollars that the average person wouldn't have. However, are they getting the real support that they're supposed to get? Them niggas got to walk around with cannons. Niggas is
And a
trying to
lot of
extort
those
them in
rappers
every
from the
city.
South,
Niggas is trying to
a
extort rappers in
lot of
every
the
city. I'm
rappers from the
telling
South
y'all,
is
off top.
American.
Yeah, man, listen, off top, niggas is trying to extort niggas every city. So you either, what you gonna do? You either one of them or you food. And you won't last. I know niggas that's very talented, could have been great rappers. They quit as soon as they went on they 1 or 2 cities. They were like, these niggas trying to kill us. We gotta go. Like, I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to go get a job, bro. Like, this is a dangerous occupation. I'm telling you. Especially if you rapping that shit that you ain't living.
Yep, yep, because you got some gangs that ain't finna hear that shit. They'll show up at your damn concert to fuck your ass up.
Yeah, real shit. I mean, and so that's
You
just
can't,
everywhere. Nashville, niggas, it's hard niggas everywhere. Niggas in Nashville trying to make the murder cap list, nigga. Like niggas is trying to be the hardest.
they
They
almost
want to
there.
prove that they the
They
better
almost
Crips
there.
and Bloods or better
Yep.
Vice Lords and Disciples than
and
where
that's
it
and that's
actually
where we
started from.
should
I'm
be,
telling you.
and that's where we should be
Nashville
uniting
actually
at
made
because
the list for one of the most homicide last year for the
Terrible.
crime rate. All these
Y'all don't
so
get
that's
no
because all
stripes
these
for that
people are
Nashville.
moving here.
so
All these people are
what
moving
about
here.
not
Y'all don't get no
glorifying
stripes for
that?
that
What
Nashville.
about telling them who they are and telling them that it got a mound that's underwater over there that we need to be trying to figure out how to come together and go dig that up and do some research on that shit
But
instead of
bro, we
figuring
need to
out
tell them who they
how to
are
kill
though.
These
We
each other.
gotta give them
Negroes ain't
jobs
trying
at
to
the
hear
same
that.
time though, bro. Bro, we
What you
gotta
say?
tell them who they are, and we gotta give them jobs or training and jobs at the
Yep.
same time. You
Hey,
can't be like,
hey,
Because
hey
a lot of
man,
these niggas ain't
every
trying to be
time,
American.
niggas
They
ain't
trying to
trying to hear
copper.
that, nigga. I gotta sell
hey,
this
Chief,
dope,
I'm gonna
nigga.
say something to you, Chief.
Sound
I'm gonna
good,
say
but I
something.
gotta get this
Let me
money.
say something out loud. Let me say something out loud. Sometimes it be some backpedaling going on when people be trying to move forward. You heard me? So what about like,
Sometimes you got to.
no, you don't backpedal, sir. You just backpedal. So I'm just saying, like, look, for real though, for real, like when you setting in stone, like, and you start moving forward, like you got to move forward, like you can't backpedal and put negativity in a situation. You got to move forward.
But we,
You,
we we do know a lot of these young Negroes, they ain't trying to do nothing. They trying to cop a tree, get a damn bag and a motherfucking beer and sit down and talk shit all day. And you'll
I
see
mean,
them every day of the goddamn week at that same tree they done copped, sitting there talking and waiting on their buddies to get off from work. That's how most of these boys, because this is the way they have set our people up. They set our people up to
mm-hmm,
fail.
mm-hmm.
nah, we still need jobs though, training and jobs, and I think
Oh yeah, we do need that.
which go together, more apprenticeships and stuff,
Hey,
and
I
that's
got
just
you.
what it is.
I got you.
Yeah, but see,
I
they
need
make
some.
it
I
so
need some. I
hard.
need a.
See, they make it so hard for our people to get jobs because they try to get you with a felony or just even get you with a background. So even if you don't got a felony, even if the company see that they run your record and see that you have something on there, they don't even want to hire you. So this is how that system. That's why I say it's time for us to come
Nah, that's
out of
why
that system.
those are the
It's
guys I
time to
want
come
to
out of
hire.
that system.
Hey, those are the guys first in the
Then
line. Be like, yo, you got record? Be like, yo, okay, get in the front of the line. Go over there. You know what I'm
wait a
saying?
minute, you
Like
go
you.
up there with your pants sagging and all this old dumbass shit.
Now I want to see your
Who
drawers done.
y'all
Now
think
that's gonna be a
somebody gonna
problem.
hire your fucking ass with your underwear showing? Don't nobody give a fuck that you wear Fruit of Balloons. Nobody give a fuck you wear
Man,
Tommy's
them niggas
or
don't go to
none of
no
that.
damn
Nigga,
jobs
pull
like
your
that.
pants up.
Them niggas be having their pants pulled up to their navel for them white folks. You know that. Tight, tight. Stop
Hey
it.
y'all, I
You
think that
know
we could get this together though. We can't sit up here and be negative and talk negative about our people. I think we could get this shit together.
Listen,
We
baby,
might
I'm
need a
I'm
little
pointing
smacking
out.
up
I'm
out of
not
some
being
people head.
negative.
Some people gonna
Look,
get
I'm
lost.
not being
I'm with you.
negative.
Some people not coming.
Listen, I don't
Some
put
people
my
not
people
coming.
down. I'm telling you what we need to correct in our people.
Yeah, okay. All right.
We don't even need to be working for these people, but we also need to correct what's wrong because our people been having their pants sagging for too fucking long. They let some fucking rappers come out with their fucking pants hanging down, and they ain't let this shit go now about 20 years. It's time to let that fucking trend go. That shit ain't got us no damn well. They don't even understand sagging means nigga. Go backwards, niggas. They don't even
Well,
understand it. It's time to let all this shit that's going is not benefiting us. People need to
so
understand. We
so
can build up our people, but we got to let them know where they wrong too.
but see, you could correct all that shit easily though. I'm sorry for cursing. Like having like so me like all I had was the little youngsters. You know what I'm saying? That's with all I'm saying is they respectful. You know what I'm saying? You come to them with respect, they come to you with respect. So I ain't never had no sagging problems and stuff like that. I go buy a belt and sometimes they'll forget a belt, but I learned to have a couple extras in my car and they were real willing to put it on. You know what I'm saying? And as far as training our people, you know what I'm saying? I came to the panel and I said, education and training. I'm going to get it and I'm working on it. And so
You know, it takes some strong men to handle these boys out here because a lot of our young men, they ain't had that. They ain't had that correction. You know what I'm saying? So, and then they see men that was older than them. A lot of the ones that we see now is doing it because they seen men when they was coming up that was doing it, and they still think this trend is cool. This trend ain't cool. Ain't nothing cool about this. You know, you can carry yourself and look decent without having your pants hanging and sagging. Pull your pants up on your ass and put a belt on. You don't even have to tuck your shirt in. Just look presentable. Carry yourself in a way that you know make your children proud of to say that's my father. That's
but
my dad.
I've been going doing a like counting, you know what I'm saying too, and just talking to people in the hood too, and they would work for people, but you know what I'm saying. If I got a dress code, I got a dress code. You know what I'm saying? Like I really
And
do
they
have
go
a
for
dress
our
code,
young brothers.
and when
They go
yeah,
for the young
I'm just
brothers.
saying, and even if I had a training facility, we would have a dress code. Like we would have a dress code, period, and it would probably
Exactly.
be a business where we would land at in the business colors or something. But you would have a dress code, period.
What I want
That's dope.
I want to be able to teach the young women how to act like young ladies and not little hoes. You know, to be able to be classy. You could be classy and sexy all at the same time. You know, to be able to teach your children. If we get the children, I think we sending them back home to their mothers and fathers. And if they don't know nothing, they can't teach their children nothing. So you have to get a hold of the parents first. Because guess what? You get a hold of the parents to teach the parents, they be able to teach the children. A lot of people's doing it backwards. They're going to trying to get a hold of the children. Guess what? As you had the kids for a couple hours, they still going back into that dysfunctional environment when they leave from you. So when you educating the children, you need to be educating the parents as well because they need those skills that you shouldn't let your children be out outside. We couldn't even let the light come on in the street at night and be caught outside. I
So
started seeing kids when my brother was coming up, they'd be outside till 11 o'clock like they was damn adults. Like, what were your parents saying?
So what you
You know,
saying is, so what you saying is like the kids they are that you'll tell them something, and what you need is the parents to say the same thing that you saying when they go home. So it's
same.
like everybody saying the
Everybody
same
on the
thing.
same accord. Everybody rocking to the same beat. You can't be teaching the kids something and they go home and then the parents ain't upholding it. You
Right.
defeat the purpose. You got to be able to teach the parents because if look, if the parents knew better, they do better. So then they would want to teach their children better. So we got a fight on our hand because you have to think our people been taught that they came from nothing, that they came on slave ship. They ain't never been nothing. They came, they people was fucking slave and were forced to build America and not knowing that America was built by their ancestors and that they always been here and they didn't come on no fucking slave ship. Got our people talking about a fucking IQ. Our people didn't need no goddamn IQ to know that they were smart. They came up with the IQ because the pale man didn't know how to think. If he knew how to think, he would have got his ass up out that goddamn cave instead of being up for 100,000 of fucking years. But then they got y'all thinking that they got the highest fucking IQ. Get the fuck out of here. Hey, that dumbass shit. Motherfucker didn't know his hand from his ass. All of a sudden now he got the highest IQ. That's the type of shit we're saying. Then we got them talking about when our kids act up, put them on Ritalin. Y'all know why they want them on Ritalin? Because they want their brains to slow down. Because they know our children are automatically genius from the time they hit the world. They dumb our kids down from the time they hit kindergarten. That's what kindergarten is for. It means the guarding of the mind. But when truly, they start guarding our kids' mind from the time they took them into the fucking church, talking about, well, if something don't go wrong, just pray to Jesus and he's going to give it to you. Niggas been praying all our life. I swear to God, we the most prayingest people. But guess what? We still on the goddamn bottom. And make fucking sense to me. How the fuck we the prayingest goddamn people and still we still having our fucking foot on our goddamn necks and shit. We ain't came up for air yet. Somebody make this shit make sense to me. But y'all gotta still praying to somebody. Make it make sense.
I correct a lot of people.
And look at how many black
people. Okay, that's what I'm saying. How the fuck the motherfuckers killing us, slaughtering us, whatever you want to call it, raping us for our land and all these things, but they still prospering and your ass still on the bottom. But you praying. Oh, my bad, because they told you that you was the curse. And you know why you the curse? Because you curse yourself every time you believe in that curse. You're cursing yourself. Because all things on you manifest shit in your life. It's all about manifesting. It's all about energy. That's what they took from you. Because if you bow good energy, you will bring good energy into your life. The only thing about with them, they've been taking your shit and giving you, by keeping you suppressed, that keeps you with a low vibration. It keeps your mindset at a level where you feel, well, I'm just gonna pray because Jesus gonna save me and he's gonna make my enemies my footstool. That's your whole thing. Y'all waiting on Jesus to make him your fucking footstool. Manifest shit into your life. It's all about energy. Bring that good energy into your life. And that's how you get rid of these motherfuckers who run around here thinking that they God's gift. Yeah, we the gods.
I can add to you on that energy stuff. A lot of times I think that we end up, just say I'm gonna just keep it all the way 100. Just say I wanted to go have a sexual encounter. You know what I'm saying? Me, first of all, I'm gonna take a shower. Come on, let's talk. We grown. We family. Hold on. It's about energy. Hold on. It's about energy. Sorry, Miss Sister Bethy. Just listen. I'm gonna go take a shower, right? I'm gonna have travel time to get over there, right? I'm just talking. And then being in the situation, then travel get back. It's just a lot of energy going into one thing. Now, what if you use that energy for something else? And hold on, not just in a sexual encounter though. I'm just talking. This is all relevant.
No, this is good stuff. Go ahead, keep on.
Is other stuff is other things that that we do that people have us doing, going to the store, and it don't have anything to do with us. You know what I'm saying? Like you taking me away from doing something I'm supposed to be doing to do something for you. So it's the energy that's, you know what I'm saying, that each individual is taking from you on a daily basis. Then, like she said, they was taking they mess up our energy, and then they put us all close together. So now
Yep.
each one of my daughters tripping, my kid's mother tripping, and I'm tripping in the same house. You know what I'm saying? So we got to learn how to change that, and some of the energy that we giving them other people. That's why I might not that's why I might be tripping with my kids, or the energy that they doing too much for somebody on the outside. Because we always come back home and we like, hey man, these people at work did this, this, and this. Well, I have to talk my significant other down if something was to be going down. I have to
Thanks.
smooth that out and do that. So that energy is being transferred into my house regardless. So what if
Energy
you could nip
transfer,
that in the
that was a
bud
jump.
or stop messing with somebody or something? But that energy, that unused energy, that unuseful or that terrible pull need to be stopped. It's just redundant.
Yeah.
That's what I
Because you have negative energy, you have positive energy. People don't believe in spirits. Spirits can jump from person to person.
Oh
So
yeah.
it be just this how I'm gonna tell you a prime example. You can go to a concert. You go to a concert like a rap concert. Have you noticed how people get hype, hype, hype? Energy is jumping around in there. The people don't understand there's energy everywhere. There's spirits everywhere. Just like you say, going to visit some woman, you know having sex with other people. That's energy. That is a sex energy. And that energy from whoever he was with or she was with, because you know that energy could transfer from the person that they was with at one point in time and transfer from you to that person. All these things, it's what they do. They jump from person to person.
and
So you
and and
know,
like I said, I described the process because like from getting on the phone and saying, okay, we about to meet up, like it's some energy and some time wasted right there. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
energy that should be put somewhere else possibly because you wasn't supposed to be going somewhere. Like I'm just saying, I just said a scenario. I'm not getting too far into Sister Bethy. I'm just,
I ain't say nothing. I'm
you know
just
what I'm saying?
listening.
And
I ain't
you
So
say
know
I don't
why
know
nothing.
if the
that
chat
I'm gonna
room
tell you
going
why
off,
they
but you know what I'm saying? I'm really just saying like we need to stop letting people take even the smallest amount of energy from us. Like it
they
ain't even
know
supposed to
That's
see
be.
they
right.
know
They
why.
do that.
That's what I'm saying. Right.
Yep. But
Real.
see, you know why they called us wild Indians? Because they knew we always had a low tolerance for bullshit.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much for us to react. They knew that.
Yeah.
So they had to come
Yeah.
up with ways to suppress that.
Zero
That's why they
tolerance.
started doing, yes, they knew that. The mirrors on the what you call it show you that we was cutting them motherfuckers' heads off, scapping their ass. We had zero tolerance for their bullshit. Somewhere we went
And
wrong.
and I know they're doing something to our kids. You see how
Yeah,
many black and Puerto Rican kids have is on the autism spectrum? That shit ain't never go down in the
they come from
70s.
the shots. They come from the
Yeah.
shots. The
They're
Puerto
doing
Ricans,
something
American Indians.
to keep
They
them
still
from,
black. I
yeah.
mean,
No, I
so-called
know.
black.
No, I know. I'm just saying what we call them today. I'm just, you know.
Yeah,
But look how many I've never seen so many black and Puerto Rican kids on the autism spectrum. That shit
that come
didn't
from
even
the
come from
shots.
us. We ain't had
No,
that
no, we
shit
take
growing
our
up.
kids. They come from those shots that
They're
they give
doing
our kids.
something to make our kids' minds like so they can't even
It burns.
focus and shit.
It burns their brain. Those
Yeah,
what you call shots that we get take our kids to go get faithfully so
Vaccine.
they can get the school
yeah.
vaccines. That they burns up our kids' brain cells and they know it.
Mm-hmm.
I keep telling people, I tell my nephews and all them that still having a baby, quit giving y'all children no fucking shot. You can say it for religious purpose. Give
So
your
what
children
about
that
this?
bullshit.
So being Aboriginal, right? Given that
Mm-hmm.
we we want to participate in being able to, okay, so I've been looking at the bill. So you're supposed to be able to do everything you need to do to take care of business. So if I have to
Mm-hmm.
have business, okay, so if you say that I need the vaccine, then I might get vaccinated because I like to move around and have commerce and stuff like that, right? So if I have to take the vaccine, shouldn't we have Aboriginal um um what you want to call them, laboratories where I could go test it
Oh
because I
yeah.
want to test a couple samples because I can't just take anything and have my family submit it to anything. Why we can't do stuff like that? That's what laws
But
and
we
stuff
need to get
need
our
to
children into that field. We need to start. We need our own schools to teach our children how to become scientists. So biologists. What's that other one for the ones that dig up the bodies and anthropologists? We need everything all the way down to ophthalmologists, doctors. Our doctors used to
we
be
just need our own
as they
world
want to
back.
call it, witch doctors. Yeah, we
Yeah,
need our own. We don't need to be going to these
yeah,
people for
we
shit
do
because we
because
know what they're capable of.
the Constitution of U.S. it's not for us. We don't reap them benefits. It's not designed for us. It's just not
Nope.
for us. And
I don't give a fuck if they
we
give every
spent
last
our
one of their
whole
people.
yeah we spent
Yeah.
our whole fucking life trying to be accepted in this
Yep.
United States Constitution from the time we assimilated into it until now, and
Yep.
we ain't
but
never
see,
getting accepted.
so what I'm saying is they still vaccinating us though. So um
Because
when
you're
we have
allowing
kids, when but what we supposed to do about it?
it. Religion. You can
Like
say it's
what?
religious purpose. There's a lot of people don't get their kids due to religion. Do not get those vaccinations due to
Okay,
religion.
okay. So
But
this
actually,
is
what
my
we need to
thing.
do is be schooling. We need to be homeschooling. We are not a citizen of the United States Corporation. We should be able to teach. What people don't fail to realize, they're not teaching our children no damn way. They babysitting our children.
That's it.
Babysitting our children for
That's
I'm
8
with
it.
fucking
all
hours.
of that.
They sitting in there. Guess who the babysitter is? It's a pale faced woman most of the time.
Yep.
So when you come home, your child comes home to tell you something that this pale face done taught them in school, because they've been with them 8 hours, so they're gonna believe what the pale face done taught their ass. Don't get mad because that child done sat here and said, well, no, my teacher said this is how you do it, or my teacher said now that we're African American. Why get mad? Because you're not teaching them at home what's the
But
truth.
that's not what I'm saying though. Okay, so you still okay, this okay, so so you could not get vaccinated and have your whole tribal community not get vaccinated. Now, if malaria was to break out, like how would you protect your fam against that unless you done went and found vaccinations for some of these things, but don't carry the
Our
the
people used to keep our bodies
toxicity
built.
of the other stuff. Now that's what I'm
Our
at.
people used to keep like those herbs and stuff. And we wasn't eating all these GMOs. Our people knew all this stuff. None of these diseases are new. Our people knew all
But
about
so
this shit.
so what you're saying is we could contain them if we was to catch them. We could contain them within our
Keep
community
your immune system. A
without
lot of
even.
people don't understand. Keeping your immune system built up fights off all this shit. They try to kill your immune system by chemtrailing you to fucking death because they know 9 times out of 10 you're not buying herbs and stuff to keep your body built up. You're eating foods that they're providing for you. You're not looking at what you eat. We have gotten on this way of eating bad for so long. It's kind of hard to eat good because people want to go to fast foods and do all this stuff that are cooking at home.
So I'm sorry, y'all. My grandmother on the phone. Sister
Yeah,
Betty.
we about to close out anyway because it's time to close out. We done went an
Yeah.
hour, past
Is anyone going live
what we
tonight?
supposed to. He was supposed to. He probably didn't because we on here because I asked him to wait. So,
Oh, damn.
but
You should
yeah,
have
we
told
about to
me.
close out. But please, y'all, get me them articles into me. I got my email. Send me them articles, and we definitely need somebody from West Indies to participate hardcore for real. West Indies, West
Somebody,
Indies. We need somebody. We need somebody to put from the West Indies to, participate in this
you know,
newspaper.
I wonder if Lacono Nim is willing to do it. I deal with them. I see if they willing.
Yeah, I hope they do write something so I could insert it in there because I
Mm-hmm.
mean we got to do it. We got to do it together.
Yeah, I see what
Yeah.
they say. I'll get them
I
up.
really want this out by maybe they could rewatch this build,
Yeah.
when it load up so they could see what we asking for.
Mm-hmm.
But
What I do, I hit at least say I hit Copper Fox up and see what what she say,
Oh,
I tell her
ABTV is live now.
who
So
is?
ABTV. So maybe he went over
Oh
there.
yeah, he
So
been live since y'all been live. Y'all lost all the
oh
around the same
that.
time almost.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right.
Okay,
So
well, everybody
Chief,
have a peace and love and enlightenment in the chat. Peace and love to my brothers and sisters on the panel. Yeah, everybody have a good night.
good night. Hey Chief, we shutting it down, Chief. You gonna say something? Chief?
Yeah, I know Chief be stepping away.
He probably done went to 6 stores. He be going to like 5 places in one time. Chief. All right, now I got a
I
text.
guess I'll go over there and
Bam.
see what
Yeah, I'm about to go over to ABTV.
hold on,
I'm here,
Firewater,
y'all.
you said
Oh, there you
wait a
go.
minute, hold on. Firewater said, Empress, can you go live on your channel? I won't be able to. My computer's in the shop. I thought it'd be out of the shop, but soon I get it out of the shop. Firewater, I'll let you know, and we can be because I want to do another Empress build. So soon I get my computer out the shop. Whenever they get it ready, I'll be able to go live on my channel.
Okay.
Alrighty, y'all. Peace, love, and enlightenment.
Peace, sis.
Hey,
Peace,
peace. Thanks for
particular.
coming.
What you gonna say,
You're
Chief? You
welcome.
gonna shut it down? We going to AP's. Um,
Okay.
Aboriginal TV. I think it's ATV. Who's live?
I think
That's
it's
where we
after.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ab TV. We going to there.
Okay.
Hey,
So
y'all
that's what's
take care.
up.
I'll see y'all later.
All
Okay.
right, yo. Hey, thanks, Mr. Particulars, man. Thank you guys. Thanks, Sister Bethy, for another great show. Sister Bethy Love Show. Hey, yeah, we had a great night. Hey, we can see you guys over at Aboriginal TVs. Oh, and tomorrow
Okay.
night, I think we're gonna do Sister Fran Speaks, hosting the Aboriginal Woman's Guide. So be on the lookout for that. And we got a lot of other things coming too, man. So yeah, peace and love to everybody, man. We'll see you guys later.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
Bye
right.
bye.
peace.